Hey yo, what's up, fam? You already know the deal. Great vibes on 10 for the win. Yo, what's up, fam? You already know the deal. Great vibes on 10 for the win. Yeah, lift the stones, move the weight, come in, sit down, time to elevate. True talk, love loud, let's begin. Great vibes on 10 for the win. We coming in strong with the check going wild. Big laughs, big thoughts, that's the style. Heavy talk, but the heart stay light. Great vibes here to make you laugh all night. Put it up to 10, let the vibe begin. Hit that like my friend for the win. Drop that 10, let the love roll in. It's great vibes on 10 for the win. Hold it up to 10, throw a 10 in the chat. Throw a 10, like great vibes. Where the real ones at? Where the real ones at? Great vibes on 10 for the win. Yeah. When the combo gets deep, we don't shy. Truth hits hard, but the love stays high. Got the check going up, time to begin. Great vibes on 10 for the win. For the win, for the win, for the win, for the win. Drop your 10, drop your 10. Let's tune in, like a share, like a share. Check in, check in. It's great vibes on 10 for the win. Heavy stones get lifted, mindset free. Great vibes flowing through this energy. Talk deep, stay kind, feel the aftermath. Cause great vibes always here to make you laugh. Heavy stones get lifted, mindset free. Great vibes flowing through this energy. Talk deep, stay kind, feel the aftermath. Cause great vibes always here to make you laugh. Great vibes on 10, show that love. Hit that like, rise above. No hate, hate here, just real talk again. Welcome on, great vibes on 10. We coming in smooth, yeah, the check gon' spin. Heavy stones lifted, we moving again. Talk deep, laugh loud, woo. Truth to the brim. We vibing on 10, never let's get it in. Great vibes on 10, show the love, show the love. Woo. Hit that like, rise above. No hate, hate here, just real talk again. Welcome on, great vibes on 10. Woo. Heaven 10's up high, let's roll. Heavy talk, light heart, that's V-Mind, Evan Soul. It's the spot where the real ones show. Great vibes on 10 for the win. Yeah. Drop a 10, drop a 10, let's begin. Hit that like, spread love, tap in, you tune the great vibes. Let's get it, let's get it. We keep it fun, but respectful. We keep it deep and intellectual. We lift stones, heavy but movable. Great vibes, always here to make you laugh. That's undisputable. Alright, y'all, the show's about to start. Hit that like, drop a 10, and let's move these stones together. Hey yo, what's up, fam? You already know the deal. Great vibes on 10 for the win. Yo, what's up, fam? You already know the deal. Great vibes on 10 for the win. Yeah, lift the stones, move the weight, come in, sit down, time to elevate. True talk, love loud, let's begin. Great vibes on 10 for the win. We coming in strong with the check going wild. Big laughs, big thoughts, that's the style. Heavy talk, but the heart stay light. Great vibes here to make you laugh all night. Put it up to 10, let the vibe begin. Hit that like my friend for the win. Drop that 10, let the love roll in. It's great vibes on 10 for the win. Hold it up to 10, throw a 10 in the chat. Throw a 10, like great vibes. Where the real ones at? Where the real ones at? Great vibes on 10 for the win. Yeah. When the combo gets deep, we don't shy. Truth hits hard, but the love stays high. Got the check going up, time to begin. Great vibes on 10 for the win. For the win, for the win, for the win, for the win. Drop your 10, drop your 10. Let's tune in, like a share, like a share. Check in, check in. It's great vibes on 10 for the win. Heavy stones get lifted, mindset free. Great vibes flowing through this energy. Talk deep, stay kind, feel the aftermath. Cause great vibes always here to make you laugh. Heavy stones get lifted, mindset free. Great vibes flowing through this energy. Talk deep, stay kind, feel the aftermath. Cause great vibes always here to make you laugh. Great vibes on 10, show that love. Hit that like, rise above. No hate, hate here, just real talk again. Welcome on, great vibes on 10. We coming in smooth, yeah, the check gon' spin. Heavy stones lifted, we moving again. Talk deep, laugh loud, woo. Truth to the brim. We vibing on 10, never let's get it in. Great vibes on 10, show the love, show the love. Woo. Hit that like, rise above. No hate, hate here, just real talk again. Welcome on, great vibes on 10. Woo. Heaven 10's up high, let's roll. Heavy talk, light heart, that's V-Mind, Evan Soul. It's the spot where the real ones show. Great vibes on 10 for the win. Yeah. Drop a 10, drop a 10, let's begin. Hit that like, spread love, tap in, you tune the great vibes. Let's get it, let's get it. We keep it fun, but respectful. We keep it deep and intellectual. We lift stones, heavy but movable. Great vibes, always here to make you laugh. That's undisputable. Alright, y'all, the show's about to start. Hit that like, drop a 10, and let's move these stones together. Hey, yo, what's up, fam? You already know the deal. Great vibes on 10 for the win. Yo, what's up, fam? You already know the deal. Great vibes on 10 for the win. Yeah. Lift the stones, move the weight, come in, sit down, time to elevate. True talk, love loud, let's begin. Great vibes on 10 for the win.
Come on, y'all.
We coming in strong with the check going wild. Big laughs, big thoughts, that's the style. Heavy talk, but the heart stay light. Great vibes here to make you laugh all night.
Turn it up to 10.
Let the vibe begin. Hit that like my friend for the win. Drop that 10, let the love roll in. It's great vibes on 10 for the win. Hold it up to 10. Throw a 10 in the chat. Great vibes.
Where the real ones at?
Where the real ones at?
Great vibes on 10 for the win.
When the combo gets deep, we don't shy. Truth hits hard, but the love stays high. Got the check going up, time to begin.
Great vibes on 10 for the win.
For the win, for the win, for the win, for the win. Drop your 10, drop your 10. Let's tune in, like a share, like a share. Check in, check in. It's great vibes on 10 for the win. Heavy stones get lifted, mindset free. Great vibes flowing through this energy. Talk deep, stay kind, feel the aftermath. Cause great vibes always here to make you laugh. Heavy stones get lifted, mindset free. Great vibes flowing through this energy. Talk deep, stay kind, feel the aftermath. Cause great vibes always here to make you laugh. Great vibes on 10, show that love. Hit that like, rise above. No hate here, just real talk again. Welcome on, great vibes on 10. We coming in smooth, yeah, the check gon' spin. Heavy stones lifted, we moving again. Talk deep, laugh loud, truth to the brim. We
vibing on 10, let's get it right. Fly blood, better do. Beat, baby, bite for the dough, baby, do.
Just real talk again. Welcome on, great vibes on 10.
Let it be good,
heavy talk,
better, did it right, did it,
great vibes.
Be Bible, be but a man. Better be, that be. Hit that back, beat it to the bed. Five, beat it. Beat it.
We keep it fun.
But a new four. Baby, the beat four. And then the beat the fool.
Always here to make you laugh.
Bye, do the door.
Alright, y'all, the show's about to start. Hit that like, drop a 10, and let's move these stones together.
Boy. It's your boy, Great Vibes on 10 for the win. We're back. We are back. We are live. We are here. We talking to the man that tries to talk about his words. You know, I try to say what I need to say with these lyrics, but even Great Vibes don't know his own damn lyrics. All right. So we're gonna talk about that. All right. We're gonna deal with the lyrics. Right. That's why I need to stay. Let me adjust this camera. Yeah, let's get the top of my Need to show that. Yep. Tori, take notes, sweetheart. You can be like me one day. Just leave it alone. All right. Listen, it's your boy Great Vibes on 10 for the win, y'all. We are back. We are here. We are live. We are in color. Angel Baby, great value. YouTube, welcome in. Hey, X, Twitter, welcome in. Rumble, y'all motherfuckers. Oh, be over there rumbling. Welcome in. Facebook, welcome in. TikTok, show your love. We are here. All right. I know we supposed to do part 3 of the 90s being exposed, but we're just going to put a halt to that. All right. Because, you know, me listening to the rest of that interview, I think this right here needs to be discussed, okay? Now, I know that we showed you all an email not too long ago that Epstein didn't, E-guy, right? E-Files, he did not want any colored people on his island, right? Well, he did not want direct contact. That wasn't his style to kind of, do things with, which is the shit that I'm going to show y'all today, all right? I'm sorry, y'all. The shit that I'm going to show y'all today, I'm going to tell you right now, this is for educational purposes only, all right? About 95% of you all are going to be very disgusted in the, within the first hour of this live. All right. But I have to do this. Again, we've been dealing with Tori and how she's just out here just laughing and joking and making up all this bullshit. The things that happened to her on this island. All right. Then we saw the email as I stated. Hey, I don't want no, his words, no niggers, next to me like that. In so many other words. Now, this woman up here, she's a woman of color. Now, I don't know what type of woman of color she is, because based on her hair, her grade of hair, I mean, I don't want to make any assumptions, okay? It's, I was going through the chat. Don, do you remember yesterday when we was talking about Sonetta? Everything that went down with Pharaoh. I had to make a correction, right? And I kind of discussed it last night, right? But this right here was after the live. It wasn't Pharaoh. Correction, it wasn't Pharaoh. I was getting mixed up with brother Polite. The big head dude with the big lips. He was the one that had the falling out with Pharaoh. I mean, with Sonetta. Now, Pharaoh had a falling out with Sonetta, but brother Polite was the one that had the the allegations against him when it was coming to underage kids. That's why him and Sonetta had that fallout. And Sonetta, he didn't want Polite near his YouTube platform like that. All right. So I guess I got so caught up in the conversation, I got those two confused. Now, brother Polite was the guy that I followed for a very long time. All right. We're talking about dating back to, 2001, 2002. And them allegations came out around in 2012, 13-ish, 14-ish, something like that. So I want to make sure I get that correction, because some guy came in my YouTube chat at his fucking feelings, saying, hey, you need to do your you need to do your research. Well, now I'm thinking about it. And I said, you know what? I do need to make that correction. I said, I had this conversation already, but I do need to make that correction publicly. All right. Sometimes you get caught up in in conversations to where you do make mistakes. And I did make that mistake between Pharaoh and brother Polite. I mean, they still had the same mission, right? Brother Polite was the one that I was talking about. All right. So let's make sure we get that corrected. Whoever the fuck you is, you hear that shit? Act like we don't know what the fuck we talking about. I mean, Great Vibes, you did say the wrong names. I know I did. And if anybody want to know why Great Vibes just couldn't say, yeah, he was wrong. I know I did. Just could have said it and left it alone. That's what the Mars be saying. Well, just say it and leave it alone. Okay. If I was to bring up his face, all right, y'all will, hold on one second. Okay, got it. Why don't allow me to skip ads anymore? I don't understand this. Cause everybody, welcome in. This guy right here. If y'all know who this guy is right here, when I tell you, this right here is one very, very powerful young fella, okay? very powerful, until those allegations came out. Now, when those allegations came out, I backed up, and I didn't do my research because I was going through a transition at that moment. So I didn't take the time out to see exactly were these allegations true or not, with him dealing with, underage, underage girl. All right. So I backed up from him. All right. I stopped following his content. But it still don't take away from the information he put out before that I still remember, and I did my own research. All right. Of course, you hear somebody, you're like, okay, it sounds nice. The word salad, it sounds good. But after I did my own research, he was the one that opened me up to a whole new way of thinking. All right. Now, yeah, you say he messed himself up. Yeah. Now, you say you think he was a scammer. No, brother Polite. No, he wasn't no scammer. I can guarantee you that. No, he wasn't. That guy, when I tell you he was boots on, he was boots on the ground. When he was cool behind the camera with his debates, but this guy he put boots to the fucking ground. Yeah, he was very, listen, Haram, the guy, hey, when I tell you, now, again, we're not taking away from the way that he was messed with, allegedly, because I haven't done my research, that he was messed with an underage girl. But I will put Brother Polite up against anyone. Any bishop, pastor, I'll put him up against the fucking Pope. Anybody, any day. That guy, now, am I talking about, not at the moment. So I need y'all to share this live out, okay? Listen, TikTok, y'all see we got a live gift goal. YouTube, we don't have one today, but if you want to donate to the channel, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Thank you, on God. Now, listen, y'all. Listen up. Only thing I'm gonna tell y'all is to buckle the fuck up. I have to show this first to introduce what's going on with the title. Okay. All I'm gonna say is, I don't want to give it away, but this right here is going to be very triggering. So, trigger warning. All right. I know we have a lot of victims that watch this channel, so I'm giving you a fair warning. Now, there will be days, y'all see me, I will play around. But right now, it's not the time for that. All right? Because, me listening to this video right here, it's like one of those things where I had to take my phone and just kind of like push it back. Like, so I set my phone down and I brought up I turned on my MacBook. And I said, I just, put my laptop over here and just kind of let it play over there. And, for me to be so disturbed on the inside, and I had to kind of shake myself. I said, wait a minute, Great Vibes, this is your content that you're covering. All right. Okay, I get it. But, this is me talking to myself. You got to do it. Especially the wake of the weather that we're experiencing right now, with all these victims, and a lot of this, a lot of people that's being exposed in these files. We're not talking about just the United States. We're talking about powerful leaders around the world. COOs and CEOs are stepping down from their positions. They just walking away because they know eventually something is going to happen. All right. Now, again, I have to be careful how I talk about this because we don't want to get, taken down. But it's a lot that's going on. A lot. All right. And we're going to cover that. All right. So I'm looking at different platforms and I'm looking at different testimonies, and I'll make sure that these testimonies, lines up, kind of line up with what these, if you're looking at the files and clicking on certain pictures and certain, evidence and certain emails, and you're reading through them because it's fucking a lot. You're reading through it and you're trying to make sure that matches up with people's allegations. Okay, cool. So again, I know it's people that's out here talking about it, right? They're speaking on it. But me, again, I'm different. Because we have so many scammers out here that's just trying to get whatever's the next train running, they want to hop on that train and, to see if they can become the commander. And y'all see right now we're experiencing someone as we speak by the name of Allie Carter. Randy and Edie been sending me a lot of information, especially what this woman have been posting about. Hey, I'm not going to stop until, some of these people get arrested. Some arrests. I mean, it's just, you can hear the anger in her voice, and cool, I got it. Could Tory be a spokesperson for, to spread awareness? Yeah. But stop being the face of it. Stop telling people that, you were a part of these events that took place. But you got to have a better way of doing it, because every time you get, she get behind the fucking mic, it's always dark and deep. And it's sad that, it's like we're looking at the world, how people's minds are, because remember, you are attracted to like minds. In this video right here, y'all going to see. Fuck it, I'm not even going to talk about it. Just listen. All right.
There's something deeply up with you.
Videos of girls dancing in a Manhattan townhouse, model castings, pornography of all kinds. These are just a few of the more than 2,000 videos released under the Epstein files.
Listen, y'all. Okay. All right. Y'all, again, listen, y'all. It's no easy way to deliver this live. Again, men with daughters. I'm pretty sure. I know you understand. Okay. Even mothers with daughters, but I'm just speaking from a man's perspective. It's nothing easy about this. All right. All right. Let's go.
Transparency Act. Plus, there are interviews where Epstein calls himself a tier 1 sexual predator.
Now, due to the fact that they keep mentioning his name, y'all know I have to pause the video. Again, y'all, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. All right? This is what I'm going to do. Thank you, Pam. I'm going to leave this up. Jody said, "Are you going to apologize to Allie Carter? I think she deserves one. A lot of what she said was true." Well, Jody, and what I'm going to apologize for is talking about her edges. I shouldn't attack, women edges, and I shouldn't have attacked her edges. Even though we know them edges are edging. So, ma'am, edges will be, fully yeah, them edges. I do apologize about her edges. Sometimes, sometimes women can, be lack thereof. It can force their baby hairs to kind of push all the way back. That's why, So, let me ask you this, Jody. I'm going to send you a request to come up here. And I want you to tell me exactly what I did wrong to Allie. So I sent you a request. Come up here. Tell me what I did wrong. All right? Now, I'm a man of my word. If I did something wrong to her, I'm going to stand on it. And I'm going to apologize publicly. Okay? So I sent you a request. Just hit the accept button. Okay, just as that's what I thought. All right, so let's continue. I do not apologize about those edges. Everything I said about those edges, I meant it. All right, her edge be edging. All right, now let's get back to the video.
You think you're the devil himself?
I don't know. Why would you say that?
We dug through hours of footage to find some of the creepiest but most telling clips. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. All right, quick 180 before we jump into this. I know I talk about sponsors, but when I'm passionate about one, how can I not talk about it? Proof Wallet, code Sidebar for 20% off your entire order today. That is code Sidebar. The case summaries, the reports, the photos, unfortunately. What about the videos? What about the tapes? What about the Epstein tapes? From a legal point of view, I will tell you sometimes I can't think of a more compelling piece of evidence to show a jury than videos, because videos, they capture something that no other piece of evidence can. Movements, actions, time, behavior. And here, again, I'll throw in the unfortunately, there are tapes in the Epstein files release that we got to talk about. We are referring to more than 2,000 videos with hours of footage, all a part of the Department of Justice's release of materials through the Epstein Files Transparency Act. And this includes the tapes of Jeffrey Epstein himself, which are particularly strange because we never really hear this guy speak before, let alone in this way. And remember, he's the man at the center of all this, and we'll get to that. But I do want to preface this by saying that much of the footage is redacted, and we don't know the ages or the identities of the women and the girls that have been covered by black boxes. So I'll be just calling them females since, again, we don't.
Don, it's more than that. I could put it roughly around about 2,500 videos, and we're talking about hours upon hours upon hours of footages. I mean, a person in their right mind don't even want to look at that shit. I can't. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't.
I don't know how old they are. Now, I do want to talk about arguably some of the most uncomfortable clips first, okay? Some of the footage included in the release is pretty innocuous. Someone playing with a small dog, what looks like a promotional piece for Little St. James Island, often called Epstein's Island, which he owned. Now, I say innocuous, we know what was happening on that island was allegedly not innocent. Multiple victims have come forward to say that they were assaulted and abused on that island. That island is also the centerpiece for...
Okay, so Pearl said, okay, so Pearl bring her pearly eyes in here and say, hey, GV, look, all right, we had this conversation before. My eyes are bad, all right? I need you to make that screen a little bit bigger. You know, all this time I've just been patient with your ass, but you need to make it bigger. Well, Miss Pearly from Friday, I mean, you know, the shit that it just rolls off my tongue. Oh, y'all couldn't. Oh, wait. Y'all couldn't. What you mean y'all couldn't hear anything? Oh, your audio is on. YouTube, y'all audio is on. Listen, Pearl. If I make this bigger, I'm gonna get banned. All right. TikTok don't even want us to even speak about this stuff. They're banning accounts. So if my head can be bigger than the video, I think I'm doing pretty good. All right. All right. Thank you, Don, for throwing that in the comments. All right, let's go, y'all.
For many potential scandals, with people questioning whether some of the world's wealthiest and most powerful people visited it. If there's a claim that you visited that island, it's as toxic as it gets. Now, some of the clips, although they're redacted, obviously pornography sites. It's unclear how many of the clips were from legitimate online porn sites and how many were created by Epstein's victims at his behest, but several of the porn videos have website watermarks at the bottom referencing teens, unfortunately. But other videos are just strange. For example, you got this selfie video of Epstein making weird and unsettling faces into the camera. There's another that shows him standing up on a countertop in a large kitchen and then getting down and literally chasing a female around the room. Again, I don't know how old this person is. There's also footage of him dancing with someone in what appears to be a hallway. You know what? Actually, there are lots of dancing videos, with several apparently filmed in Epstein's office at his home in New York City. And I just gotta say this, how creepy is this one? In one of the videos, you can clearly see a paternity test.
Y'all see that? It's you know, again, we know his unaliving was planned out. It was too many people involved. Let's continue.
This kit sitting on Epstein's desk. Some of the footage is especially unsettling because while we don't know the age of the females in the video, there are also stuffed animals visible.
Y'all see this shit? Matter of fact, I'm gonna make this bigger. You got stuff. Okay, man, god damn, man, this shit right here is just pissing me off. It's hard for me to just even continue this fucking video. All right. Let's continue.
Visible in the frame. For example, this selfie video of someone holding a Cookie Monster doll, and another, which we can assume based on the context contains pornographic material, shows a teddy bear in the background. And there's even a video of someone playing with a young child, handing them various toys and stuff.
Man, come on, man. God damn, bruh. Man, let me drop this down. Again, I'm going to keep saying this, y'all. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. All right.
stuffed animals. We don't know who this child is, where this video was taken, the connection to Epstein, but obviously really concerning.
And again, I just saw the finger of the hand that was, wait a minute, that was a woman's hand. Wait a minute.
And there's even a video of someone playing with a young child, handing them various toys and stuffed animals. We don't know who this child is, where this video was taken.
That's a woman's hand. You can't tell me that's not a woman. That's a woman's hand. Y'all, what the fuck is going on here? Well, this is a whole nother, another rabbit hole. All right. Okay. All right.
Taken the connection to Epstein, but obviously really concerning. And remember, before he died, he was facing federal sex trafficking of minors charges. There's also around 14 hours of footage in all, and much of it is made up of short snippets of video. There's almost zero context provided for where the videos came from, who they show, why Epstein might have kept them, whether or not they were going to be pivotal in his criminal trial. I'll tell you this, there's a clip of someone filming a woman receiving a massage, and pretty disturbing when you consider that Epstein and his partner Ghislaine Maxwell, they were accused of luring teen girls to his home with the promise of money in exchange for a massage. That was the grooming tactic, right? That's what led to the abuse. That's what led to the escalation. There's footage of someone taking a bubble bath. There's dozens of videos apparently sent from women and girls to Epstein showing them in various states of undress. And there are videos that are apparently sent to Epstein or his staff.
Getting all the flavors of all the jellies. She already got 4 bags, but she thought it wouldn't be enough, so she's getting some more. She's very serious about it. How many jelly beans did we get? And then it's just a little part of what we've got.
And it seems glaringly obvious in some of the files that these females are pretty young. In another creepy section of the files, we can see a kind of grainy black and white image of an office, which appears to have been taken from a security camera of some kind. And there have been a lot of differing information about surveillance in Epstein's homes. You have photos that were taken inside his Manhattan townhouse by law enforcement after his 2019 arrest that show at least 2 cameras near the ceiling. So one in a bedroom and one in a hallway, as well as some sort of base of operations. And there's a sign on the door that says 24-hour video surveillance. Now, the thing about that is, in these files, in this Epstein release, there was a 2014 email sent by Epstein that says, "Let's get 3 motion-detected hidden cameras that record. Thanks." And there's long been speculation that Epstein was filming basically everything all the time in order to use the videos to blackmail the world's elite. That was a common allegation, a common theory, but in an email included in the files, there was an agent who sent the following to then FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino, and it says, quote, "During the searches of Epstein's New York residence and USVI residence in 2019, the FBI searched for videos and surveillance cameras. My understanding from the case agent is that there were no cameras found inside any bedrooms or living areas of either residence. I understand that surveillance cameras were located near the entrances of the residences." So if that's true, okay, that's strange, but also, did something change? I don't know. Is it always the case that there wasn't something there, or why they couldn't find it? I don't know. It's just interesting to say the least. But next I mentioned hearing from Epstein himself, right? So a big part of this is a long interview that was conducted by Steve Bannon, former White House chief strategist. And according to the files, there was this idea, seemingly, to try to rehabilitate Epstein's image by producing a documentary about him. It's unclear why Bannon would have wanted to do this, but remember, this is after Epstein pleaded guilty to Florida state charges of solicitation of prostitution of a minor. And the files, they show a lot of communication between the two, texts, emails, several photos of the two of them together, really looking at that 2018-2019 timeframe. I'll give you an idea. Epstein said in one message to Bannon, "I don't like texting," to which Bannon replied, "Got it." February 2019, before Epstein was federally indicted. Epstein wrote to Bannon, "Do you think I can do my own video interview and upload it on YouTube?" Woody said he would help edit, not sure how to stage, what points to make, but better than trying to do an interview that I have no experience doing. Goal to humanize the monster. I will note here it's believed he's talking about Woody Allen, and the text that Epstein sent to Bannon just before this exchange reads, "Dinner with Woody or too many pedos in one place?" Yikes, to say the least. And Bannon, by the way, also laid out this plan. Quote, "First, we need to push back on the lies, then crush the pedo trafficking narrative, then rebuild your image as philanthropist."
Yep, what I want to say, I can't say it. Yep, can't say it. Wow. Mr. Bannon, for you to try to, recreate someone's image, right? I guess, you were his image consultant, right? You got all these video footages of him dealing with underage girls, and you're trying to cover all that up for this guy. Okay, all right. Yep, noted, okay.
To be clear, Bannon hasn't been accused of a crime. He's been very vocal about wanting the files to be made public. And even though the documentary was never produced, we have this footage, okay? You get this footage where Bannon is interviewing Epstein. It kind of gives you a window into this guy that you never saw before because, again, we don't really have that much of him even speaking. But take a look.
How did a schmuck like you get on the board of Rockefeller? What year was that?
I don't remember. I think 89 and 91.
So that's one of the most prestigious research places in the world, correct?
Yes.
Okay, how did a guy like you get on the board of a blue blood, internationally known, hard research, Nobel Prize winners all over the place? How do they pick a guy like you, a trader from, or basically some guy from Bear Stearns?
Good question. So I was asked to be on the board of Rockefeller.
Yeah, the interview primarily focuses on Epstein's reputation as this apparent financial genius, someone who was practically clairvoyant when it came to markets around the world. And to give you kind of context here, when Epstein was arrested for soliciting a minor for prostitution out in Palm Beach in Florida, this is, again, he made that deal in 2008. The United States was dealing with a huge financial crisis at the time, remember? And so when Bannon asked Epstein about his knowledge of what was happening behind the scenes at some of the country's largest investment firms, Epstein also talked about his time behind bars.
How did you hear about what was going to happen to Lehman Brothers, and what did you immediately think when you heard they was going to be put into bankruptcy?
I'm glad you asked that question. I was in solitary confinement September 14th. And again, some of the public stories about the wonderful time I had in jail and my work release, which didn't come till months after. I'd been there since June, in an 8x10 cell with a bed in the back, a 6-foot bed in the back, a chrome sink with a toilet attached to it, and a little piece of metal sticking out that was supposed to act as a table. Now, since I was in jail, there were no books. Why? There's no library. No library, but you're in jail. No, I was in jail, not prison. So in jail, I was in a place what's called the Special Housing Unit, which is for the roughest, toughest, meanest people. They had put me there, they said, for my own protection. So I was in a 8x10 cell with a little slit in the door where they would serve my food on a tray about 9 inches by 4 inches. And then as soon as I finished eating, they would take the tray and close it down. And one of the guards said, "Do you understand there's Wall Street's crashing. I'm worried about my pension fund. What should I do?" And I said, "Sorry, Wall Street's crashing? What's happened?" And he said, "There's some crisis and some companies are going bankrupt." I said, "Are you sure?" And he said, "Yeah, it's all over the papers. We're all terrified we're going to lose our life savings because we have either a 401k or our pension funds. We don't know anything about money. Mr. Epstein, can you tell us, what's going on? Am I going to Am I going to be able to afford my children's education? Am I going to be bankrupt like this company called Lehman Brothers? And there's another company in the front page today called Bear Stearns. Oh no.
Let's give a shout out to Melissa, 5,300 taps. We got a Sound Mind sitting at 4,000. We got Queen Nia sitting at 3,000. 3,800. I mean, was 3,803. We got Latanya sitting at 3,306. Again, shout outs to those women. That's the top 4 tappers of the platform. Again, Zit is again. Lisa said, "Hello, GV in chat." Oh, y'all talk about now. We haven't got to Lisa Phillips yet. We haven't got to her yet. All right. So again, everybody. Everybody seeing welcome to the live. TikTok. Can we go ahead and complete this live goal out? Let's go ahead and knock this live goal out. All right. It would be very nice if y'all go ahead and knock it like that. Would be real nice. All right. Because I'm gonna let this video just play through, and the more y'all throw at the platform, like yesterday, y'all see they didn't even mess with us on yesterday. All right. That was because of y'all. Thank God it's over on YouTube. Listen up. Who gives a fuck? If they ass was Afrocentric, what the fuck they got to do with anything right now? Go troll somewhere else. All right? Go troll somewhere else. Oh, guess what? Mark in the Bible was black. So the fuck what? Who cares? Well, it's just to show you where the African genocide where we come from, But your ass still stay in the hood. You still riding around in a 1985 bot Chevy. You know what the fuck they got to do with anything? Unless you making a change for yourself, for the, who gives a fuck? Well, y'all know Jesus, he was black, cause in the book of Revelation, it talks about, how his skin was made of copper. And so what?
I said, why? Because.
And then when you look at Ephesians, Hadamoshe, look at it. So? You said, Amy said Epstein and Harvey living TMZ as a image fixer, allegedly. Amy, you hit that one on the nail. I like that. Amy hit that one on the nail.
Hi, GV.
Man, Nicole, you scared the fuck out of me. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm in my head. I was like, what is that? No, cause first when I was like, what is that noise? It's like, I was like, cause I got everything paused. And I just happened to look up and your ass on the bar. Oh God, dog, you started me. Nicole, how you doing?
I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
You fine. I thought Tori was at my door. Go ahead.
No, I'm not Tori. Thank the Lord. But I just want to say this. This is like really disturbing. This whole
Yes.
situation is very, very disturbing. And oh God. And a lot of us that are watching all of this are parents, you know. And I cannot even begin to fathom what any parent of any of these children at any point in time, I'm I'm gonna say that in order for them to get these children, sadly, their parents had to have done this. You just don't snatch up
Thank you.
anybody's children
Thank
without
you.
you giving them up. You're sacrificing your children because of your selfish needs of
R.
wanting to
Kelly.
have money. Okay? That's the only way these children could have gotten to him in my personal opinion. You know? And this is really hard to watch, hard to listen to, because I'd be damned if I would hand over my child, my children, for the sake of me wanting to have money and to be of a certain stature in life. To hell with that shit. I'd rather be a poor church mouse forever and then some. Anyone that does this to children or to give away their children for the sake of having status and money, you are disgusting. Extremely disgusting. Your whole entire spirit is sick and dark, and all of y'all need to just burn. There is, I don't think is even a special place in hell for people like this. You hear what I'm saying? I will give my life for my child, for my children, for both of my daughters. And this is making me sick, and I cannot. It's hard for me to listen to. It really is, because I have been a victim of SA, you know, and I'm not anybody's victim. I'm a survivor, and I was left for unaliving. So to hear this, and this happened to me when I was 14. So to hear that these people that are just so willing to give up their children in that manner, when my parents found out, they were ready to take the world apart. So I cannot give my child to anybody willingly. And anybody like I said before, that does this to their children, you need to go somewhere. And I'm not even talking about hell. Hell is not even good enough for you
Come on,
at
Nicole.
all.
Speak, Nicole. I
And
love
I'm
this.
really, and I'm really trying to hold myself together, because the amount of anger that I'm feeling right about now, if I could blow up everybody involved, I probably would. I feel like I want to just blow some fire out of my mouth and burn all of them. For real. And then for this chick, Tori and Shelly, y'all have the audacity to use people's stories for your own gain. How dare you? How fucking dare you? It's like y'all are making a mockery out of the survivor stories. This is not your stories to tell, but y'all are using it for financial gains. How dare you? And Shelly, you need to rot in the pits of hell, and you need to unalive very slowly. You need to be brought to the brinks of unaliving and then brought back so you can suffer, so that way you can feel the pain that you have caused Mama Outlaw for all the years that you have taken her child away from her and instilled this bitter, evil hatred inside of her for her own mother, for her own self, and for her own people, and to use their stories as their own. You're making a mockery of these people's stories. How dare you? And it's going to come a point in time you're going to get caught, because what you do in the dark will come to light and you will get caught. So you can keep running, but see, there's only a limited amount of you running. There is nowhere that you can eventually hide, because they're coming for you. They're coming. And I cannot wait for Mama Outlaw to get her victory. And whether or not she allows her child back into her home, and I know she said that she wasn't, but right about now it's no longer even about Tori. This movement has gone beyond her. It's about the real children that have been abused and hurt. I don't give a damn about Tori at this point because she didn't give a damn about what she was doing to her mother. She doesn't give a damn about what she's doing to these real people's stories, taking them and using them and making it her own and lying, just all these lies that she is telling. It's disgusting. And it makes me sick to the pit of my stomach. For real. And I've been sitting there and I'm watching your face, GV, and I know there's a lot of things that you want to say and that you have to hold back on,
Man,
you know? And oh man.
it's all right. It's fine because what we're doing is yes, it is hard to watch. It's hard to listen to. But we're going to get to the root of this because just like dealing with the whole R. Kelly situation, you made a powerful point. How these how, so remember when I paused that video and I showed the picture of a lady's hand?
Yes.
Um, this guy, this creature, did not just walk in somebody's house and say, "Hey, give me your child." Okay, he didn't send a group of people after these small children. How were these children turned over to this man to sexually abuse and and take advantage of?
Exactly.
So we're going to go through all of that, throughout this whole episode of dealing with this E word guy. So he's going to catch hell, and especially the parents are going to catch hell. You think you hate my channel now? Oh, you really finna hate my channel because we're calling everybody out.
Mm-mm-mm. And then,
It's all right, Nicole.
I'm
It's
upset.
all right.
And I'm really trying to hold myself together.
Mm-hmm.
I really and truly am because I know I've been on that side. I was 14 when it happened to me.
Mm,
I was left for unaliving. And I'm here. I'm not anybody's victim. I'm a survivor.
that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So for her to be using these survivor stories and making a mockery out of them is disgusting.
Come on, Nicole. Come on now. Come on.
Because I know what I've done to get back to to the person that I am today. I would never use my story or anyone else's story for any form of monetary gain. I would be less than a human being to do something like that. I've been there. Why would I want to use somebody's story as my own to hurt people or to make people think that I've been through something that I have not been? You know what I'm saying? You know, and it just really hurts my heart deeply. It hits me to my core that she sits there and she laughs about it.
Mm,
It's not a laughing matter. How can you sit there and say, "Oh, well, this happened and they did this to a
yep.
child and you did da 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 da,"
Yep.
all these, with this laughter and this, this fake ass shit, and then this clown in the background feeding her the information for her to
Man.
just start
Man.
feeding this stuff to her like it's a movie.
Man.
And someone in the comments said a little while ago, well, Tori was hurt too. You know who hurt Tori? That damn Shelly. Shelly is the monster. Shelly is the Epstein of Tori's story.
Come on now.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And at this point in time, no, there's no assumption, ancestor wisdom. And I normally don't even read the comments while I'm up here, but they're just popping in front of my face right about now, and I'm looking.
Don't address it.
And I'm not, because see, that's what the devil wants, and I'm not going to give the devil what he wants right about now, because right about now, this is not about them. This is not about the devil, because at the end of the day, God has the glory. God has the final answer for all of this stuff, and he's going to come down and take care of everybody. So I'm going to let you go on and continue your platform, GV. But I just want to say this: God bless us all, and I want God to just come down and just place a hand upon all of us. Give us the strength to continue to watch this evilness, Father God, because that's what it is. It's evil. This, if it is not of you, then it is not of us. So I'm just asking you to give us the strength, Father God, to continue to watch and to learn about all the hatred, even though we already know there's hatred and evil in this world, Father God, but now it is put upon us and it is put solely in front of us because right now this is what we are dealing with. Father God, I ask that you give GV the strength to continue on to even bring this forth and into the light. Father God, I ask that any survivors that are in the comments or may have been looking outside of the window looking into GV's on platform right about now, I ask that you continue to give all of us, Father God, continue to hold us and give us the strength to make it through each and every day, each and every second, Father God. I ask that you just continue to bless us in the name of Jesus, Father God. Place us in the His space to be strong, Father God, because you know each day is trials and tribulations for all of us, God. So I just ask you to give us the strength to make it through, Father God. In the name of Jesus, I pray that He bless us all. Amen. And I'm going to drop my GB. God bless you, Judy. Love you.
All right, thank you, Nicole. I love you too.
Drop, please.
All right, got you, baby. Hey, you welcome back up at any time, okay, Nicole? I don't care.
Thank
Don't
you.
hold it. Just request to come up.
Okay, thank you.
All right, no problem. Let me address this comment before we bring up the moderator. Zenthia. Y'all, this comment, Zenthia, she's over on YouTube. She made this comment right here. She said, GV is a very disrespectful man to our Lord and Savior. I guess you're speaking of Jesus Christ when people say Lord and Savior, and our people. All right. I'm going to say this. And I'm going to be so nice about this one. Okay, Zenthia, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt on this one. One thing people don't like is challenges. You know, people like to live in this whole comfort zone. If it feel good to them, if it feel good to them, cool. I'm right here. I'm cool. This why if you go into any grocery store, if you go into any grocery store, right? Who wants to have that challenge of walking around the stores to find certain items? So what the stores, what they would do is they will put out the most sought after items up by the register. They call it the queue line. All right. A lot of these items up by your registers are like a 15 to 27% markup than the regular price out there on the floor. All right. Most people like going that easy route. Come in, maybe grab some milk, bread, some meat, cheese, come around with the register and cool, boom, 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 boom. Not knowing that they are paying a lot more to be convenient because it feels good to them, right? In and out. Not knowing that, hey, I could have saved a little more. I could have saved a little money here if I would have went in to actually kind of walk the store and see exactly, what's the difference between, this lip chap stick by the register versus the same one out there on the floor, right? But I had to dig a little deeper to find that one that was at regular retail price. Okay. Now, with that being said, Zenthia, I took that route about 14 years ago. I took that route to where I said, you know what, I'm not finna go and start, looking at these items that everybody pick from, right? Not knowing that they're paying much more. I'm not finna do that. Let's go out here. Let's do some price comparison. Zenthia, that's what I did. So it's not the fact that, I'm trying to disrespect, one's belief on what they believe in. Because I respect anybody. You could believe whatever the fuck you want to believe. I don't care. They ain't got shit to do with me. But it's not going to move. It's not anything that I have researched and I speak it out. I have facts to bag it up. not just off my emotions. And I see that you're a woman of color. So that tells me is this right here was generationally passed down. Maybe your mother or your father or your grandmother or somebody, you heard say this in the house. Okay? Again, I'm not trying to disrespect your faith. But when it comes to great vibes, if I say something, you best to believe I can back it up. That's your Lord and Savior, not mine. Don't speak for all black people. All right? That's yours. All right? Cool. Let's move forward. Don, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm
You
good.
okay?
Man, I'm straight. I'm good,
Okay. I'm just up here for my breaks for whenever you need them.
Oh, thank you. All right. Shout outs to Jess. Good to see you. I don't know why I randomly said her name, but I just saw her,
Jess is in the chat holding it down, per
Yeah,
usual.
I see she going off on people already.
Yeah, they're trying to get going off on.
So, man, Tammy, look, Tammy, YouTube is so good. Listen, Tammy, and again, I don't look for, and y'all just do this. I don't look for people to have my back, right? But people just do things, right? Right? GV is never disrespectful to no one here or to the Lord and Savior. Just listen. Again, Zenthia, I'm being nice because I've seen you here a few times, and you're pretty decent in the chat. So I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. Again, don't everybody go to that queue line, go to that that 15% markup. You got people that likes to actually open up the Bible and to read it. I do that. All right. So again, your Jesus, not mine. And I say that loud and proud. I don't believe in your Jesus. Now, Nicole was just up here and she said a prayer. Was I disrespectful? No.
Nope.
She did her thing. Because I know where it's coming from. Energy is energy, no matter what name you throw out there. And I understand that. All right? I understand the heart that's behind it. You hear me? So let's remove ourselves from our emotions and stay logical over here. All right? All right. Let's move forward. Gina, every time Gina ass come here, she was shut alive 1,413 times. Like, I just see it on my screen, done. It just like Gina share. It just takes up every damn thing.
Thank you, Gina.
Gina, thank you so much. All right. Now, I'm going to stop this video. All right. This video it was nothing but the setup. Okay. Now I'm listening to this young lady. Now, remember, you said my pastor been talking about us living in our comfort zone. Boy. Don't get me started.
Yeah, that's different.
Don't get me. Boy, don't get me started. boy, some people hate to be poked. What you doing that for? I'm good right here. Okay. The doctor said, what? Okay. If I move my Adam's apple over my back, what? What? Yes. Okay. All right. So, Adam's apple in the side of your, okay, whatever. So, now remember we seen that email, right? I showed y'all the email that, Epstein, God damn it, the E guy said, hey, I don't want no niggers out here, right? He was, and what we gonna get mad? He called us niggers? Man, get the fuck out of your feelings, all right? Black people be calling white folks crackers all the damn time. Shut the fuck up, move forward. So he said, I don't want no niggers on my island. So, I'm doing my research and I ran across this video right here. And the name of this video is Surviving the E-Guy. Lisa Phillips opens up about grooming, power, and speaking her truth. So I listened to this entire interview. Done when I was listening to the interview, I'm doing this right here. Okay. I looked at the email. We all seen it together. No colors on my, that I want to deal with. Now, was colors on his island? Allegedly. But he want to deal with directly? He made it very clear. Absolutely not. Even the videos that we have seen, right, that was, redacted, right? I mean, some redacted and some unredacted, right? And you could see the skin tones, right? It was 100% of what? Little white girls.
Mm-hmm.
So use your own discernment. Listen to this video, and we're going to move forward. All right, Tori?
I was a model in New York, and I was living my dream. It's what I had always wanted to do since I...
Listen, Nicole, Ancestor Wisdom, it's funny how you got that name, because Dunn already got rid of him. So it's funny how you got that name, Ancestor Wisdom. I wish you wouldn't have blocked them. I wish you would have removed, you need to change their whole username. Because there's nothing.
Honestly, I promise you, I let her or him or it, I let them call me all types of names. I let them call other people in the chat all types of names.
I seen all
until
that.
I just got tired of it.
Just got tired of it. She's like, fuck it. Like how your username gonna be Ancestor Wisdom, but there's no
Insanity.
wisdom. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Yo, people flipping all in their grave. That's disrespectful to your people, man. Come on now. All right, let's go. Hold on. Is somebody trying to request to come up? Oh my goodness, this right here. All right. Oh hell. Oh shit. Oh hell. Oh, we finna get it.
Oh my bad. I'm back. Okay, let me be for real. All right, let me be for real. Y'all stop.
Yeah, how you doing? What you got?
So, allegedly, there was this man that was on the E Island. I saw it on my For You page. Allegedly. And he said he snuck in there, like on the island, and they was heavily armed. Like I guess the people on there. Allegedly. I don't know. I didn't go down the rabbit hole. I just saw it and went past it. So allegedly, this is all allegedly that I saw. It was this man that snuck in on the island, and they was trying to, take him out. Allegedly. That's what they said. And the people, and he was like, well, if he is dead, why is it still heavily armed? Allegedly. Now, I'm going to have to find the video, because I want to go down the rabbit hole since we're talking about this man. So, I might have to come back and clock some tea a little bit, but I got to do some more research. But allegedly.
Okay, listen, when you get some information, send it to me. Cause
I got you.
That will be one of them lies I'm gonna just have fun with. Go ahead, Don. Okay. I don't mean to cut you off.
Oh no! I didn't know you were gonna say anything, but you pretty much, that's where I was going with it. Because one thing about ain't nobody sneaking.
Thank you.
That's one place you ain't sneaking to.
Right.
Like you could sneak in DC faster than you could sneak up over there.
Right.
That's out the gate. That's incorrect. So, but I would imagine it's going to be all kinds of people coming out with all kinds of stories trying to get attention from this, which is sad, but.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's why I said.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah, we really appreciate that. Whatever information you
Love
have.
you, yeah.
Send it.
Yeah.
All right,
Yay.
thank you so much, Yaya. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
She's so silly. All right, y'all. Let's continue. Thank you, Yaya. Well, hey, you can't get mad at the energy. All right, I love the energy. We got people from different walks and backgrounds that's here to learn, listen, and just interact, man. You gotta. All right, let's go.
I was like 13 or 14 years old. The 90s was that time when everyone wanted to be a model. And I just pursued that dream pretty hard after high school. I graduated high school in Belgium, actually.
Oh, wow.
My father was in the service. He worked at NATO. And I left Belgium and went straight to Miami Beach. It was like the heyday, late 90s. And started working my way up in the business. And I worked in South Africa for a while, and I worked in Greece and LA, and then I was like ready for New York. Moved to New York at the tail end of 1999. And then in early 2000, I had booked a really special job. It was the cover of a magazine and a spread with another model from my agency. And I was really excited about it. And we flew to Tortola in the British West Indies.
Fancy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it just was a great time in my life. And, the other young model was just like, I have a friend who owns an island close by. We have a day off tomorrow. And, let's go hang out. And so we had talked to the crew, and they said it was okay. Ironically, it's kind of weird. They let us go, but we were able to leave for the day. So
tell me what the island was like itself and what the process even was to get you guys there.
Okay, so there was a boat that was sent for us. So we took the boat across from Tortola to Little St. John's.
Okay.
And so
Wait, what I missed? What did I miss?
She said Little St. John's.
Oh, she sure did. Oh, damn.
All right, let's continue.
Right, Jackie.
Let's continue. All right.
normal day on the island. It was very beautiful. We played in the water a little bit, in the ocean. There was like a trampoline in the ocean.
Oh,
and then,
nice.
it was really cool. And then we went to the pool area, and there was like an older man there with some younger girls. I noticed they were all blonde. And the girl who brought me also was blonde. And we just, hung out and had a good time.
So the YT girl, her friend, invited her to Little St. John's Island. Okay. She alleged it was a trampoline somewhere around in the water. I guess they, just part of the fantasy, right? And she noticed it was all other blondes there. All right, not a nigger in sight. So I guess she's the only, dark skin complexion that she could see for hundreds of feet. All right. I'm taking inventory. I'm just taking notes.
Then we went to dinner, and we all sat at a table, and we had some really...
Queen Nia said, I watched your live for 300 minutes. I've been live that long. Damn. Okay.
delicious food and enjoyed the evening. And that was the moment where I met Jeffrey Epstein.
So at this point, nothing seemed suspicious. It was just like, we're girls living our best lives. How cool. So at what point did that setting change for you?
Well, I mean, with older men and younger girls, this is something you see a lot in the modeling industry. It was prevalent back then. So, I mean, it's always like, it's kind of odd, but I didn't think anything of it. I certainly didn't think I was in any danger or anything. I was just enjoying the time away from, work. And so everything was fine the entire day up until the evening time. And then I went into like the quarters area where we were going to stay that night because they couldn't send us back to the other island until the morning.
Okay.
And so I was just hanging out with the other girl, just like on the bed and just talking and stuff. And that's when someone knocked on the door, and it was one of the other young girls from the
pool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And from dinner, and she just said, "Jeffrey's ready for your massage." And so at that point, that was the first I had heard of a massage. I didn't know anything about this man that I met, except for that he was very charming and very nice, and he paid a lot of attention to me at dinner and asked me a lot of questions. And
What kind of questions did he ask you?
well, he was really good at getting kind of into my psyche, like where are you from, and what's your family life like, and what's your relationship with your father, your siblings, and what are your dreams and aspirations, and all these questions that most men don't ask you.
Yeah.
You know, so most men talk about themselves most of the time, but this one was like honed in on like, who are you? And I want to know more about you, and you're so interesting. And
so you're feeling special.
yeah, it was super. Yeah, special to have this older, interesting, definitely smart, man, interested. But it was more like a mentor kind of thing.
Okay.
It wasn't like a playboy or those type of vibes. And as a child, I had grown up in Oxford, England.
Right.
And he found that really interesting.
Okay.
And then, I just felt really comfortable with him. I didn't really think that much of it. So now we're in the bedroom, and I was told that I have to do this massage. And I said to the other girl, like, what's going on? And she was like, oh, well, Jeffrey kind of likes these massages. You just have to do it. And I just, I went back and forth with her a little bit on that, but I ended up, just agreeing and just going with her. And I left that room and walked over to his room.
Okay.
And we opened the door, we walked in, and he was naked on a massage table and, face down. And
what did you think at that moment when you walk into this room and you see him naked on the massage table? Like, what goes through your mind?
I was just like, oh,
yeah.
like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are y'all? You said she was 20 minutes away from you. All right, y'all. We just listening, okay? We just listening. All right. Gina, thank you for the 10 roses. Angelique, thank you so much for the rose, and also thank you so much for the live. Nicole, thank you so much for the beautiful manifestation. Coco, thank you so much. Thank you for sending Dawn a slice of virtual cheesecake. Cake that her ass can't eat. Jamie and Gloria, thank you for your hearts. And Bejini, thank you so much for your bear. Coco, thank you so much for your 10. You sent Nicole some hearts. Thank you for doing that. Coco, thank you for your roses that you sent Nicole and also myself. Everybody good? Okay, let's go.
It was just, everything was really odd, but I didn't feel in any danger. I just thought, okay, maybe I have to do this creepy massage. Like, it hadn't shifted yet.
Okay.
So it was an actual massage.
Okay.
And, with real massage techniques. So it did start off as a massage.
Okay.
And then things shifted. And he went a little dark with the way that he was speaking to me and her, and asked weird questions. Like, do you have a boyfriend? And,
while you're giving the massage?
Yes, like weird stuff, And I was at my early 20s. I wasn't a teenager, but I was in my early 20s, off the plane from Belgium. Like, I wasn't really.
Queen T, thank you so much for, sorry, y'all, I gotta do this. Queen T, thank you so much for your 20 roses. It's the HR lady. Thank you for your hearts. And Samantha, thank you for your your slice of cake that we can't eat. Appreciate it. And also your live. Gina, thank you so much for the money going, y'all. Look at all that money. Look at all that Monopoly money. Thank you so much, Gina, for throwing that Monopoly money. Boy. That was 500 coins. Thank you so much for that. God damn it, Gina. We appreciate that. All right. Everybody on YouTube, thank y'all so much for tapping that heart, tapping the screen. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Aware of these types of things, but I mean, long story short, he abused me and the other girl that evening. And, I just kind of ran out of there with her and went back to that room and kind of just looked at the ceiling all night and was just like, what the is going on? Like, what's happening? And she didn't really have that many answers for me. I feel like.
Had she been there before? Like, through?
All right, okay, so I'm confused, okay? I'm not saying that this woman is lying. Let's make sure we get that clear. I'm confused. Notice what she said right here. So one is she got the Allen wrong. But something she said here that was very concerning. Where is it? Right here.
The ceiling all night and
hold on, right here.
Went a little dark with the way that he was speaking to me and her, and asked weird questions, like, do you have a boyfriend? And
while you're giving them a massage.
Yes, like weird stuff, and I was at my early 20s. I wasn't a teenager, but I was in my early 20s, off the plane from Belgium. Like I wasn't really aware of these types of things, but I mean, long story short, he abused me and the other girl that evening. And, I just kind of ran out of there.
Okay, right there. All right. I just have questions, okay? Jeffrey clearly doesn't deal with brown-skinned women. That's one. She's massaging him. So she's physically touching Epstein where he said, hey, I don't want any dark women. She said, to make a long story short, so she kind of jumped it. Maybe, she just don't want to relive the moment, right? Don't want to think about the stuff that he did, that he did to her and her friend. To make a long story short, we just got up out of there, right? I ran up out of there and went back to my room, stared at the ceiling the whole entire time, the whole night, all right? Now, remember, y'all, for this part, I need y'all to remove your emotions, all right?
With her, I went back to that room and kind of just looked at the ceiling all night and was just like, what the is going on? Like, what's happening? And she didn't really have that many answers for me. I feel like.
Had she been there before, like through this? Before
I didn't know at the time. She was maybe 22, like she was young too, and I mean, as we know now who Jeffrey is, this is kind of what he did.
Right.
But back then, I just didn't really understand what was going on. I never blamed her. I just thought that I blamed myself, and like, I'm in this situation, like, why did I come here, and why did I agree to that? I just was scared.
Yeah.
And and I didn't really have anyone to protect me, and so it was just odd. It was an odd situation.
When you say like abused, like, do you feel comfortable? Like what was that exactly?
Good
was it
question.
more mental? Was it physical? Was it sexual?
Well, it was physical and sexual.
Okay.
Abuse. Jeffrey had a way of abusing girls. It was a massage that turned into abuse, and he liked to use objects and things.
What were they doing while one was, I mean, were you just standing there watching until he went to you? How was it one hit? Okay, never mind.
So I'm looking at the comments, right? Let me move this over. Because, again, that's what I do, all right? I go straight to the comments, kind of see where people are, how they're looking at this video, all right? Tina said these modeling agencies need to be held accountable, All right, great interviewer. She actually listened, allowed Lisa to speak, and ask excellent questions. All right, you got here as an SA survivor. I'm begging, release the names, please. It's not your job, but we must protect our children by changing the culture of secrecy. Every modeling agent, blah, blah, blah. I was young and inspired model, singer, designer in New York City in the 90s. My agency casted me, blah, blah, blah. So they're pretty much saying that, hey, I was a teenage girl. The abuse of teenage girls is disgusting. I wasn't seeing anything about, okay, hey, I have a question, all right? It's more so that people are linking their past situation to this situation that's going on here, all right? And again, y'all, I'm not saying that this woman is lying, all right? We're just listening together. Come on, get right here.
So because she was a model, the modeling agencies are getting involved now? Because she didn't say she was on a modeling job. She said someone invited her.
I think she's going. Yeah, right now her friend invited her there, so she wasn't there for work. She was there for entertainment. On little St. John's Island. Okay. All right. Again, y'all, we have to ask questions. All right. We have to ask questions. Let's continue. Let me go back up. I hope it brings the video. There it is.
A lot of people aren't aware that these serial predators obviously aren't having sex with hundreds of girls.
Right.
And they have to protect themselves as well. So it's not always penetrative things. So it's other things that they'll do. And are you aware of Larry Nassar, the medical doctor for the gymnast?
Right, the gymnast, yeah.
Very eerily, because I have a podcast as well, I was interviewing others. It's a very similar type of abuse with objects and fingers, and I think it's called digital rape.
Okay.
That's the way he abused most of his victims.
Oh my goodness.
Both cases, both these men were very similar in that way. So when it comes to serial predators, it's a control thing, and they get off on that whole thing of seeing the fear in your eyes.
Yeah.
So to explain that, it's not always just what you think of a rape.
So there was someone who testified in his case that Ghislaine taught them how to do the massage. Yeah. Did you encounter her at any point?
She wasn't on the island. I met her later on, but they were actual massages. I mean, he really did like to have massages. And there were real masseuses there. As we know, turned into sex slaves for the rich and powerful. So to answer your question, yes, they were actual massages.
That just went dark at some point. So you go back to the room, you're with your friend, and what happens from there?
Well, I just stayed up all night. I was scared,
Okay, I'm still confused here, y'all. I'm seriously. Something is not adding up here. And again, I'm not saying she's lying. I wasn't there. It's you and your friend inside of this room alone with Mr. E guy. And because I watched that documentary, you're alone in a room with this E guy. It's you. I mean, it's him, the E guy, your blonde friend, and you. Okay. Maybe she's gonna. Let's continue.
I was trapped on an island.
Butterfly Kisses said believed ED. Believed ED. Believed the victims. Okay. All right.
I didn't know how to get off the island. I didn't know what I remember. This is 20 years later. I was just scared, and I just waited until the boat arrived in the morning, and we ran quickly and got on the boat and we left.
So you didn't even see them at all after that?
Never saw him again on that island.
Did you see your friend ever again?
Oh, she went with me.
Okay.
Yeah, back to the photo shoot.
Okay.
Finished up the photo shoot for a couple more days. Went back to New York, and yeah, she was a model that was with my model agency at the time. So I did see her, but I never really got any answers from her back then. And most of the young models or actresses and young women during that time didn't talk about it really. I mean, maybe there was some like, like, does he do these creepy massages?
Right.
But we never really went further than that because, I think victims, they blame themselves first of all, and there's a lot of shame. And this is a very different time where we don't speak about those things then.
So at what point did you feel comfortable to start talking about your experience?
Well, this happened in 2000.
Right.
And never felt comfortable during those years. I got married, had kids, moved on, and it wasn't until Jeffrey died in 2019, so this is 19 years later,
Wow.
when I even started thinking about what happened to me back then.
Had you like blocked it off?
Well, you kind of do. You
Yeah.
suppress it, you don't think about it, but Jeffrey got in trouble 2004, 2005. There was a Vanity Fair article.
Right.
There was,
The kids in Florida.
yeah, in 2008. So I started thinking, like, starting to understand what kind of monster he was and understand the whole situation of what was really going on, but not an understanding like I do today.
Okay, I'm still, y'all listen. Y'all can't get mad at Great Vibes, all right? I'm having trouble here, all right? She said that she went into this room with E. He was laying there on this massage table, belly down, ass out, straight up naked. It was her and her blonde-headed friend. Y'all listen to me closely. We showed the email. He did not want to be around dark-skinned women. Only white women. The E guy wanted you, not your blonde friend. He wanted you to give him a massage. And this when he proceeded with these questions about your dating life. He didn't say nothing to your blonde-headed friend. Again, this is your story. He wanted the nigger, his words, to massage him. Now he's asking personal questions. Your first statement, all of a sudden, it got dark, it got creepy in there, and all of a sudden, you ran out of his room. Where he did something sexual to you all. You ran out of the room, back to your room down the hallway. Stared at the ceiling all night. Daybreak came. The boat came. Y'all got on the boat, left, went back to Florida. The interviewer asks, can you explain to us what happened with that interaction between you, the E guy, and your friend?
And it's probably not even all of it.
So you've talked about how after you left the island, at some point, like he reeled you back in. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so after I got back to New York, I continued working as a model. I did feel a little bit more damaged, a little more. I felt damaged after that. So I stopped dating and I started hanging out more on the social scene, and I started partying a little more and not really feeling that great about myself and very confused, but I couldn't talk to anyone about it. And then you have to understand with Jeffrey Epstein, this is an operation going on. So he has secretaries that are working for him, and they would call me profusely. They would call me all the time. Jeffrey thought you were amazing. Jeffrey thought you were really powerful. Jeffrey wants to help you out. All these things to try to reel me back in. I found out later why he wanted to reel me back in is because I'd seen important people on the island.
Okay.
But at that time, I didn't understand why he was calling me. They were calling me all the time.
Had you shared your contact information, or is this something they obtained on their own?
Oh, that's a good question. No one's ever asked me that, how he got my contact information.
So it was just out of nowhere, you were just getting these phone calls?
I'm not quite sure exactly how he got my contact information to begin with.
The last time I checked, the E guy had his agents reach out to people. Okay. So out of all these other white girls running around, and he doing his thing with, right? We're talking about most under the age of 18. Your ass in your late teens, early 20s. Y'all, I'm not saying she's lying. Okay? I'm not saying that. I wanna I wanna, make sure I'm clear on that. Something is off here. All right? And again, I can be wrong. All right, and I want people to understand that. Go back and watch watch these replays. GV always trying to find the faulty in something. Well, if it's on the internet, okay, it's a lot of women till this day they have been through some bullshit. I'm not saying she hasn't. Okay, yes, very beautiful woman, right? She said she worked for a modeling agency. Okay, cool. She was born in I forgot the country she said she was born in. I could tell off her hair type that she wasn't 100% melanated. But I will say this, just from the room touching the E guy with the massage, and then him using items in that massage room to sexually assault you and your friend, okay? Y'all running out of there. Daybreak, you run to the boat. She asks, well, how did he call you? How he get your number? I don't know.
That's not easy to find, though.
Right. Especially not at that time either. Without social media, things are.
Lionheart said in the files he talks about a sexy Brazilian, so he went all colors. Well, we know she's not Brazilian.
The sort, like, to be calling you, getting your phone, your phone number and all this stuff.
I'm sure it was from the other girl.
Yeah.
And so, it was about 4 months went by, and then one day, Jeffrey called me, and he said, "Hey, Lisa, it's Jeffrey. I remember what you told me on the island, that your main goal was to become a Ford model." And I said, "Yeah." And he was like, "Well, I'm really great friends with Katie Ford." And she owns the Ford modeling agency. I'm like, I know. And he's like, well, you know, I told her about you and she would love to meet with you. And so, to my thinking at the time, I was just like, wow, maybe he's not a bad guy. Maybe I'm overreacting. You know, he wants to help me. He probably is the good guy like the other girl said he was.
He used your ambition to control you in a sense. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's what I had told him on the island that was my main goal. And he got me in that way because that week I went to go meet with Katie Ford at Ford Models. You know, beautiful office in Soho on Green Street. It was a big dream of mine at the time. It was what I was working towards. And I met with Katie and she signed me up and I became a Ford model.
Wow. Wow. So at that time, are you thinking he made my dreams come true, I should stay in contact, or was that he made my dreams come through, thank you, and you move on? Did you continue on like a connection with him at that point?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I mean, naively, I thought, yeah, you did something bad to me. You're doing something nice for me. Thank you. That was going to be the end of it. You know, just stupidly thinking that way. When you get involved with somebody like that, they don't let you out of the circle.
Right.
So, I mean, I know this now. Mind you, I didn't know this then. I became a Ford model, but now we're finding out that Ford models had a lot to do with Jeffrey Epstein, with the exchange of girls back and forth. Many model agencies did at that time. I only found that out really recently in the last year. Like, I didn't even put that together until more recently.
Do you know, from what you know, if that was like an active partnership in the sense of exchanging, or really business, just business? Is that clear to you at this time?
Well, I don't know. I mean, these girls are teenagers and early 20s, and this is a man in his 40s. And so I don't think any person would think that it's business.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't own an agency. He didn't really own Victoria's Secret. It was just something, I don't know why, grown women were sending young girls to him, and other men, obviously. But I'm finding out a lot more now.
Okay. So he passed away, and you see that on TV, and how does that impact you at that point?
Well, when he passed away, it was a lot for me because I didn't really understand my relationship with him. I didn't really think about, you know, any type of abuse at that time. I just thought about, well, I didn't think about anything. Let's just leave it at that. I did not want to think about anything. When he died, I just knew there was something. My body was telling me there was something. I was having emotional breakdown. And at that time, there were other women that were speaking out, Virginia Giuffre and other survivors of Epstein. And so I just got in contact with them, and I just wanted to start understanding. I started reaching out to many girls that I knew back then at the time. What was going on, what was really happening. It took a while to really understand what was going on because you know, women now are married, they have kids, they want to protect their, or they don't want to, a lot of them didn't even want to think about what happened to them. So, I mean, you have many that stay silent that I know, very dear to me, women now that stay silent, and there are ones that want to speak out, and they have maybe supportive partners who are like, yeah, speak out, you need to do this. It's something that happened to you, you need to own it. So I was just coming from that point of view. I didn't really have a supportive family, and the partner during that time who was sitting next to me when, you know, I saw the news that he had died on the TV, right like that, and he saw, you know, me run into the room, and said, for days, I just couldn't understand what was going on. And finally I had said to him, like, I'm really ready to talk to you and tell you what happened to me back then. And it was like really hard for me to even, because it was the first time I was going to say something about it. I'm getting emotional because it was very emotional back then.
Okay, so I have this thing to where I can read people very well. All right, and sometimes I be wrong. All right, I can read something and turn around. There's something completely different. Well, hell, I messed that one up. But about 80% of the time, I can stand on it. I've been watching the chat room, and it's amazing how the men are speaking up, especially on YouTube. When men know when women, y'all, please listen to men. I'm watching the men on y'all can, well, hell, I'm watching their comments, right? Even though it's flying up here, it's slowly over here, and I have YouTube chat on two different screens so they don't go off on me anymore. The men are eating her ass up on YouTube. Don, can you let up Jess? They I'm not saying
I
anything.
can't see it.
You can't see
For
it.
Jess, I can't see it.
Okay, I got you, sweetheart. Again, Great Vibes ain't saying nothing right now. I'm giving this the benefit of the doubt. I'm listening to everything that she's saying. Okay, she's gone. I'm listening to everything she's saying, and also I'm going off what the E guy put out there. All right. Again, this is why I showed that video first of him dealing with little girls, and he's coming from the files. And I'm listening to her. I'm listening to everything she's saying. I mean, she alleged she was there, right? One-on-one with this guy. Massage touched him in a room with her white friend. Kendra said there's no way you could tell if she lying right now. Speak for yourself, sweetheart. Don't speak for nobody else. If that's the case, stop going to your preachers and your pastors and have them speak life into your life. If they say they see shit, them prophetess. All right, let's call spade of spades, okay? Okay, watch this right here. If anybody having a question, the box is open. The panel is open. YouTube, if y'all want me to drop a link, I'll drop the link if you want to come up. If you got any questions, okay, don't talk shit in the chat. If you got any questions, talk to me just like this right here. All right? Fernando, what's going on?
Hey, buddy, how you doing, man?
Hey, you got the flow, man.
All right, let me ask you a question. Serious question. If she's a victim, okay, let's just say she is a victim. Why you ain't with the rest of the victims and standing up there with the rest of the victims?
Redacted.
You can't say, oh, she's scared for her life because you're doing a fucking interview. You're doing an interview talking about you as a victim. Why you not with the rest of the other 6 victims? They just like Tory. They talk to everybody that can't help them. If you're truly a victim, it's no reason why you shouldn't be in that courtroom with the rest of them victims.
Come on now.
I call bullshit. Because if it would have happened to me, I would have been on every national news you can think of because I'm going to get my justice.
If you have any questions, all right, get your feelings away from. See, that's what we do over here. We remove our feelings from, things like this right here. All right?
They keep going on these. I'm sorry, go ahead.
We listen. We listen to every word people are saying. listen, for y'all that's new, that come in and out, a lot of these women that's in the chat, y'all, they are survivors of some type of sexual abuse.
Men too.
And men too. This guy that's here on the panel, he told his story last week. Broke me the fuck down.
Yeah. You're the first man I ever told you.
So again, before you come in here making assumptions, I open my panel. You can come up here anytime and ask questions. Let's speak instead of just dropping some bullshit in the comments. All right. But Fernando, you go ahead. You and Darren, y'all go ahead. I'm finna hit this. I need some weed.
I'm just saying, man, these people keep going on these little chitlin circuit interviews and stuff instead of going to the courthouse with the rest of the victims. These people that these so-called victims going around talking to, they can't do nothing for you. Just like Tori tell everybody what happened to her, but she ain't went and told the FBI. She ain't went and told the Department of Justice. She ain't told the U.S. Marshals or nothing. But you going around to these little bull crap YouTubers telling your story, but they can't do nothing for you. They can't help you. And it's sad, man. There's no reason at all this lady shouldn't be with the rest of them victims. Give me a valid reason why she ain't there. Her or so-called Tory. There's no reason.
Let's not forget she's melanated.
Exactly. I know. I know. There's no reason why neither one of them should be up there with the rest of the victims. There's no reason. If y'all can come out on YouTube and tell your stories and tell, especially Tori, going out here telling all these graphic stories of what happened to her and everything, that means I don't see no reason why you can't go up there with the rest of them, with Pam Bundy and them, up there and talk with the rest of the victims. Telling us ain't gonna help you.
Nope. Not at all.
We don't have the resources. We don't have the resources to help you.
Don, you want to chime in as a woman? So far, what you heard on
Not
this
yet.
video. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but I'm gonna reserve mine for just a little bit longer.
Shit. She adding up some shit.
I'm gonna step down, man.
Listen, Fernando, thank you. Anytime, you're welcome to come up here. Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. So again, if y'all listen, right? Again, we're not saying overall, hey, she's full of shit. Okay, because a lot of the women on YouTube right now calling her ass out. And then this interview is 1 hour and 10 minutes long, and we barely made it 20 minutes in. Right now, I'm just listening. All right, I'm just listening. Okay, I'm listening to every detail. Right, listen, y'all. When people talk, your boy take notes. All right, I take notes. Melissa, how you doing?
How you doing?
Go ahead.
How you doing? No, I'm gonna say on X, I did see a picture of a colored woman. It looks like it's her. And she is with the other victims when they're going to Congress and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if they showed it on Facebook or whatever, but there is all of a sudden a colored woman with these ladies. And it looks like it's her. First thing I looked at was her hair, the texture of her, because sometimes it look curly and sometimes it's straight, but it's her. I don't know if she's all the way Afro-American or whether she's Brazilian or whatever, but she is with them on Twitter.
Okay, and where we can find this on Twitter?
I'm trying to go back now because, I was tapping my life away earlier.
Yeah, because I see you right now. You at 10,205 taps.
Yeah, so I stepped off to, just say this here, but I'm getting ready to go back and look at and try to see if I saved it and see if I can send it to somebody that's over there in a message. But no, I did see there is a black woman all of a sudden with all of the rest of the white survivors who are in a group together that's going to Congress and speaking and all of that. There is one, and it looks like it's her.
So this is
I
what.
don't know if she's telling the truth. You understand what I'm saying? Because now
Mm-hmm.
listening to what we heard today, she don't like she went freely and willingly there. And when she
Mm-hmm.
came home, like everybody's saying, she didn't go to the police. She didn't tell anybody. And now she's on an interview getting ready to cry at the last moment because it was traumatic. When you was telling the story, it didn't sound traumatic. And that's all I gotta say.
This is why I
I
tell
don't know.
this is why I tell people to listen, right? Just listen, right? Remove your emotions and listen to what these people are saying. And if you ever find that photo or video or whatever, email it to me. We're going to do some comparison, okay?
I got you. No problem. All
Thank.
right. I'm going back to tapping because I'm losing right now.
I know there was a competition, but
It's
thank
not
you,
a rap
Melissa.
battle, it's a tap battle.
I
It's a
see that.
tap thing. It's
It's
not a
a tap
rap
battle.
thing.
Thank you, Melissa. God damn. Thank you, baby.
Bye bye.
Oh, y'all, please don't piss off Melissa, cause when she get in, she go in. All right. Pamela said it may not be her at all. She's probably is not telling the truth. Uh, Fernando said if she's truly a victim, I apologize, but the math ain't mathed. Again, we're listening to what she's saying. All right. And so far, I found 3 inconsistencies with her story. Okay. Now, and y'all listen, we can't force people to be a victim or force people not to be a victim. But just listen. Okay? Just listen. That's all we're asking. All right? So we Beats, how you doing, sweetheart?
Hey, so I looked up a few things. I
Okay.
didn't know who she was until this live, so I tagged you on X. It seems she's with Mary Tyler Green, MTG. So take that, I guess, for what it's worth with that. I tagged you though. She was on some news conferences talking about they're going to compile their own Epstein list a couple months back, if you remember.
Uh-huh. So let's see. Hold on 1 second. All right. I appreciate it. Let me do some things with it and try to get it up on the screen.
I'm going to drop down.
All
How
right.
do I do that though?
I got you right here. Thank you, Beats.
Okay, thanks.
All right. So again, y'all, hold on 1 second. We're getting in information. So that dude looked like her. Okay. Let's put that right there. Let me bring this up. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm looking at. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me move that photo up. right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this right here. Now, okay. Do this look like her? Yes, I'm looking at bone structure. Okay, so they do resemble. All right. Okay. You said different nose. That y'all into the nose. All right. So again, to me, that looks like her. Now, watch this right here. Listen to the first 18 minutes of this interview. Her story sounds off. Again, I know people are going to say, all right, hey, GV, you wasn't there. Randy said she was at the Capitol in September for a hearing or conference. Okay? She put out this interview 3 months ago. So this right here would be around the same time. All right? Again, if you heard her story, she alleged she was in the room with this girl. She was massaging the guy, and then all of a sudden he started using objects on them. She freaked out, left out of the room, went back to her room, and listen, y'all, listen closely. She freely left the island the next morning. She got a call back from him. The interviewer asked, how did he get your number? I don't know. He called me back and wanted me back on the island. Hey, I got some deals for you. I got a few hookups I want to introduce you to. I didn't know the guy made phone calls. Because the last time I checked, he had assistants to reach out to other girls, especially for the recruiting phase. The recruiting phase, I do apologize. So he called her allegedly one-on-one. Okay. Again, that sounds off. That's to me. I can't speak for everybody. So that's where we at right now with this interview. She wasn't held against her will. All right. She voluntarily did all of this stuff that she's alleging. Of course, yes, she was 21. Let's continue.
And he said to me, oh, I don't want to hear about it. And I was just like, well, what? And it was hard for me because when you're dealing with these type of abuse, and it's hard for you to speak out, but it's also hard for people. I mean, maybe they're dealing with abuse of their own, or, you know, they don't want to support you. So, sorry.
It's okay.
So it was very, very difficult for me to start the process of like figuring what the happened to me back then. Like, why did he abuse me like that on the island, and why did he reel me back in? And there was a young woman who started speaking out.
Can we get some tissue?
And she's the woman who passed away recently. She took her own life.
Virginia.
Her memoir just came out. And if you read that memoir, you will understand why people who go through these types of things have a hard time dealing with their shame, or their just being understood and seen about it. So you suppress it and you don't talk about it.
Did you try so you tried to talk to your partner about this, he shuts you down. At that point, does that empower you to talk about it to someone else? Does it make you feel more shame to where you stayed silent even longer?
The emotion comes from the fact of no support. and we'll get into that, why that later, that's so important to me with my podcast and with Capitol Hill. But what I was going through, to answer your question, was I just didn't have any support. The partner who I had given up my life for, my job, like to move in, blend our families here in Los Angeles, was basically telling me, deal with it on your own. I don't care about you. I don't care about you. And I realized that. And so I was seeking people who understood what was going on. And really, those were just the other survivors of Epstein, which there were hundreds of them.
Yeah. Had you talked to anyone else about it up until that point?
Girlfriends that knew him back then.
Do y'all hear? I need y'all to hear me out. Please hear me out. You willingly, you wasn't being forced. You wasn't being held against your will. Well, GV, should nobody touch no woman, you know? Yeah, I know those comments are coming. Hear me out. She wasn't being forced at all. She was over the age of 18, 21. That's allegedly that she's speaking here. She was there with her friend. She didn't say she did not consent to anything that the E guy was pushing at her. She said she freaked out and left. They left the next morning, went back to Miami. She went back to New York doing her thing. The E guy hit her up and said, "Hey, I want you back." All right, So when I hear survivors, okay, which we got plenty that's here. When I hear survivors, it's a few key things that I'm looking for. All right, just like a detective would do when he's taking the information, right? Right. It's a few factors that has to take place before any criminal investigation to be done, for it to be done. And I do not see that here. So now I pose this question. With this 20 minutes into this interview is an hour and 10 minutes long. Was she really a victim? Just asking.
Well, if she was, then it took her quite a while to decide that she was, because she spent the night there. She didn't try to leave. She went to a room with the friend that invited her there and stared at the ceiling all night. She stayed while her friend was being victimized. Her friend stayed while she was being victimized. But when the devices came out, that was too much. She ran, but she didn't run to leave. She didn't run for help. She didn't run to tell anyone. She ran to a room. I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Jenny, you want to come up here? Just have a conversation? Again, this is why, and that's why I really appreciate Don being up here. So y'all can hear from a female's perspective. Because again, people say, well, GV, shut the fuck up, shine up your bald head, man. Be quiet. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. All right, Jenny, I see you going off in the comments.
Hey, yeah. Think about it. If you were on a remote island, and God only knows who she saw, I was sitting here thinking, who did she see? Because she said she saw stuff. So she probably saw powerful people there. Think about it. She had her own mental cage of, okay, these people are rich. Obviously, they own an island. They're powerful. You're if you were abused like that, you'd have to think, okay, was this me? I did it. I came here on my own, but I can't get out of here. So I must have done something. You see how and he was good at that. He was good at finding victims because he talked to her. He said, "Oh, where are you from? What do you do? Is your daddy in the home?" He figured out he could victimize her. He did that, and that's what predators do. They look for weak people to victimize. Then she's alone on that island, and she can't get off. I mean, she couldn't leave. How's she gonna leave? There's no.
How do we know that, Jen?
Because it's the island. It had no way off. There's no way off the island.
Well,
You had to go by boat.
there has to be a way off the island.
But it's an airplane, boat, or submarine. Look it up. So there probably was scheduled times they could leave, but I bet the next plane or whatever out was,
Well, you're speculating. And another thing too. This woman described herself as being very well traveled, having lots of world experience. I don't look at her as being weak.
Well, she was a young woman. I mean, I remember being 21 and being really naive. And she said she was really naive,
Listen to this right here. She said the next morning she got off, she left on the boat. The E guy, so let me ask you this. When the E guy reached out to potential victims, did he do it or he had people to do that for him?
Oh, he had procurers, definitely.
Okay. She said he called her.
But he also had procurers too. He had girls that did his bidding for him.
She said he called her.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I know, but he also had women that did stuff for him too.
That's what he had. He didn't make calls like that. He had the women to do that for him.
Yeah.
So she said, remove the emotions from it. She said that he called her. Number 2 is, did you know she went back?
Did she go back to the island?
She sure did.
Well, she liked that idea of being famous. I didn't know that part. She liked the idea of being famous.
That switched up. That switched up quickly.
Yes, it did.
I didn't know she went back to the place.
Look it up.
But I can see her being a victim if she couldn't get off the island and she couldn't. I mean, because I'm sure there was only certain times where they could go and come and all that. But yeah, if she went back, no. Okay, I didn't know that part. Because I wouldn't. If it was me, I would have got on that plane and I would have been like, I ain't never going back to that place.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So again, most victims don't even want to be near, because again, you PTSD is a motherfucker, right? So them flashbacks and those them night chills that you get, it's not going to happen. So again, that's why I tell people to listen, all right? Because a woman comes out and say, "Hey, this happened to me," that doesn't mean she's telling the truth.
No, you're right about that. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. There's some liars, and it makes those of us who really have been victimized, it lessens our stories.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's just, and I didn't know that part. I really didn't know that part about her going back because I would have never gone back there. A true victim would never go back they would be scared of him. She would have been scared of him.
Absolutely.
Like staying away from him, scared of him. But obviously she did like the fame part.
That cat bit me for no reason. I'm gonna get him. Huh? Boom. Before I was sitting on the and he pulled up my shirt, then he bit me. I said, yo, you bugging. I'm about to beat your ass. Just kept scratching at this moment.
She don't know she up here.
I'm like, Bubba, did I try to bit me more? I said, oh, you bit me. Oh, I think I'm about to get off. I'm gonna get you.
That black motherfucker bit your ass, huh? She don't know she up here. Her ass don't know. She just talking and telling her story. Now we know a cat bit the shit out of her shirt. All right, well, you learn some new shit every day. I'm gonna drop it down because again,
Thank you for having me on.
Listen, no problem. That's why I tell people just come up here and ask questions. All right.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
No problem, Jenny. Have fun.
And I'm glad we're talking about this stuff because it's bad. Oh my God. It's
Oh,
so
it
bad.
is.
Needs to come out.
It is.
It makes
bad.
good men cry.
Well, this is why I played at the beginning of this live. I played the video where this YouTube channel, he went through to pull videos from the files of these little white girls being taken advantage of. Okay.
Oh my God.
And again, yes, that's wrong. Where the fuck is the parents?
Yeah. Yeah.
The same thing with the R. Kelly case. Where the fuck is the parents?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, the guy's done. He's gone. He's dead. What the fuck? I mean, what can we do here from here? So our attention needs to be on the parents. But we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
Yeah, and the people in high places that have, done this mess.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I said at the beginning, it's a lot of CEOs and people, not just in the United States. We're talking about around the world. They're stepping down.
Know. Yeah. Oh, I know. I've heard that, and I'm like, yes.
Oh yeah.
But I'll tell you something. I don't like to look at the files because of all the essay, but I sure won't mind watching the punishment.
Oh, hey, we all on the same boat. We all on the same boat. Well, Jenny, thank you for having an open ear. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
No problem. No problem.
He didn't really tell me. He gonna have to call me back because
what the hell is going on here?
Something.
So you were talking on the phone with him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You called him for some weed.
GV, if you.
He told me he had a whole bunch for me.
Yeah. So, well, what's his problem?
Well, yeah, he hasn't told me yet. His mama told me.
Yeah, this
mama.
This a public platform.
His mama over there.
What is going on?
She doesn't know that she's on.
I mean, she up here. I mean, what you want me to do?
Call her name.
It sounds like he's under the car fixing something.
Allegedly.
He said, yeah, you here?
You got those today?
Huh? Yeah.
That's what we went and picked up.
Yep, y'all picked it up. Sure did.
Oh my gosh.
Sure did. Y'all got it from Crystals last week.
Queen Momo.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. That's right. He talking.
Ashley's mother.
Yep.
The baby's mama.
The baby mama.
Daryl.
Yeah.
Queen Momo.
Oh, I'm sorry. Baby.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about
How in the hell can Dale's mama call me? That's what the fuck I want to know.
That's what the fuck we want to know too.
Whoa.
Hey, bro.
Drop her.
Okay, I guess, ma'am. I dropped her. Hey, Glam, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I've been on here before talking with you about Allie and had some perspective on that. As a survivor, the difference was I was 14 when I found myself at a party being invited by another high school student. Not here to talk about my story, but I also did not hear the whole of this woman's experience, so I can't speak too much to that. But I just want to remind people, and I used to say this, I used to speak on national platforms and train on human trafficking nationwide, and trauma never behaves normal. And so anything that someone who has not experienced it or even seen it in real life cannot comprehend what the brain actually does when you experience something like sexual assault or things like that. The grooming process is so meticulously put in place to get the victims to come into agreement with what they're participating in.
And you don't realize you've agreed to it until after it's all said and done. So I don't know. It sounds like this gal was in her early 20s when she had her experience at the island. And still we have to remember, like, the brain does not fully develop with its ability to make the best of choices, especially under, traumatic circumstances. I just don't want the conversation to go towards like victim blaming and shaming, because then it absolutely discredits and ruins. That's why I was so outspoken and angry about what Tori has done and is doing, is because it discredits and takes truth away from survivors who have truly experienced trafficking, SA, and all of that.
Absolutely.
And I have so much to say about that, but I just want to remind people that trauma never behaves normal.
Absolutely.
So when you think you would leave, you would never go back. You can't really put a blanket statement like that on someone's experience, because you're not in their shoes seeing what what they saw, what they participated in. And there is so much shame, I'm going to tell you. And again, I was 14, different age range there with my trafficking experience. But the amount of shame, the shame was so much heavier on me because I went somewhere I was not supposed to go. And I saw all the red flags, and that in and of itself kept me from speaking out or going to trusted adults, law enforcement for a very long time.
How did you get out?
I was not trafficked long term. It was about a 6-month period, and I ran away, and I had to go into hiding for a very long time. And I actually didn't even realize that what I had experienced was trafficking until about 15 years later. So
now again, because I do remember you. Again, yes, Tori have made it to where it makes it that much more challenging for real victims to come out and speak, right? Or for anybody to believe their stories. So I do agree with you on with that. And you're right. We're not in the mindset. We don't understand how the mind will work. Or how it will function, especially after events that have taken place in anybody's life, especially when they're being taken advantage of. I'm not a victim of SA. This is why I listen, I take notes, and I just learn from you all. Now again,
with
here
any situation
with this young lady here, again, I'm not saying she's lying about what happened, okay? But it's a lot of things you got to put into perspective here, all right? And that's what I'm doing. Again, I make this statement: when a detective or a lawyer or anyone that's taken up on a case, they look for a few factors, right? Key factors. And what I'm hearing from her, this is me, something isn't adding up here. That's all I'm saying. Again, we just 20 minutes into this interview. This interview is like an hour and 10 minutes long.
Yeah. And I just joined on, but I started seeing some of the chat, and I just wanted to come back and say, just remember, there in these types of situations, high profile especially, you are going to have people attach themselves, whether it be for attention, whether it be to monetize. Unfortunately, that is just part of it. And again, I think there's so many true victims of what went on with Epstein, that her story is not going to discredit the bulk of victims who have spoke out. We're all realizing how horrible it was.
Mm-hmm.
And just as long as I've got ear to a few people, I just want to remind people, and this is what I'm so tempted to get on and make a video about, is we're talking about this as if it was in the past. These things are still going on right now.
Yep.
Like that evil, that sickness that perpetuates sexual violence, the horrific things we're seeing in the files, doesn't end when someone gets arrested. Doesn't end, because people are talking about it. And so something needs to be done, and I wish I had the answers, but it doesn't help when people get on and start attaching their stories to true victim stories. And that's just heartbreaking to me because it is very real.
Well, we call it, trauma bonding. So again, this is why last week I pulled up one of his emails where he said, "Hey, I prefer white little girls around me."
Mm-hmm.
His words, not great vibes, not yours.
Yeah.
This is a melanated woman. She said that she actually put her hands on him. He wanted a massage from her while he was naked.
Oh. Yeah.
All right. So again, I'm not saying she's lying. Everybody is listening. You use your own discernment. Because again, this platform is not built around everybody say that they are a victim. We just supposed to believe it. It's social media. Now, I'm not just going to sit here and say, "Oh, well, damn, that's fucked up what happened to you." If you put this shit out on the internet, okay, let's talk about it. Because again, like yourself, we got plenty of real victims out here that's suffering every single day mentally from this shit. And this shit happened over 30 years ago.
Yeah.
All right. So it minimizes their voice. So what I do over here, if you come on the internet, saying some bullshit, and if I call your ass out on it, don't get mad at me. And I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in general. Yeah. Because again, that's going to kind of help weave out these frauds to pave the way for people to actually speak out to help younger children coming up so they can spread the word, so they can know what to look out for.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And also, too, we have to keep in mind that even though Epstein might have preferred little white girls, he had an array of people he was getting I hate to phrase it in this way, but like getting product for, right? Like was meeting hundreds of sick perverts' needs with all different types. And so that in and of itself, but
that's the key word right there. No, sweetheart, that's your key word, right? Because he was entertaining a lot of other people, right? So he made sure that he had, different types of what his customers were looking for. And that's these motherfucking sick ass CEOs and shit and fucking presidents and shit. Anyway, fuck it. I won't get the channel taken down. But again, it's the one-on-one interaction with him, not no one else. That's just not adding up here. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I'll hop off. I always appreciate your discussions and appreciate you actually exposing people who are doing harm to the awareness side of it, so that true victims are taken seriously, heard, and get the help that they need.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right on.
Thank you, Glam. Yeah. I got a doo-doo.
To the chat, you guys don't have to agree, and it is totally fine if you agree or not. You are free to voice your opinion. No one is dictating how the chat is going to go. Just make sure that you are respectful to each other and, just converse back and forth without being disrespectful. You don't have to agree or disagree. Just keep an open mind and don't attack each other.
That's it. Simple. Thank you, Don. All right.
But still.
What? Scott, what I say? Okay.
These are successful women who don't really want to go there.
Right.
I was looking for a lot of the ones from Florida that were underage during the time. came from a different background in Florida. That was the relationship with Ghislaine and him, with these underage girls that were mostly white and blonde and things. And they were very different from the ambitious young women in New York that were 18 to 24.
I was going to ask how that affects your dating life and even friendships, because on one hand, that was a close friend, or, you know, I don't know if she was close, but it was a friend of yours who took you to the island. And even though you don't blame her for it, it's still an aspect of, this is my friend and who I went to this island with. So how has that impacted you with friendships and even romantic relationships?
That's a good question. I've never really been asked that before. She was an associate model friend back then. And I was pretty angry of what she had done. But I came to understand later that's how Jeffrey operated. So the way he operated was he got these young girls into his orbit, and they brought the other friends in. It was a brilliant, masterful scheme.
Oh, he did, huh? So I'm just asking a question. So Lisa, what did that make you at the time? You know, I'm gonna say this right here. When shit hits the fan, people will come out the woodworks. And I'm not saying she's doing that. Let me make myself clear. But people will come out the woodwork to try to clear their names indirectly. All right, they're not going to say, "Hey, I wasn't part of that. I don't know what." No. Y'all catching my drift here? All right.
Yep.
Damage control.
That people need to understand. I don't blame her for what she did, because also she was probably very confused that this is a man who got her she was Polish, got her visa to work in the United States, introduced her to her husband, you know, probably helped her out with the agencies. He helps these women out. Mind you, he helped me out. So I also started feeling that maybe he's not a bad person in my mind. It's confusing to me as well. They were friends of mine who met him through me during those years. So, you know, we all don't blame each other. There's many layers of people who've met each other before me and after me. We don't blame each other because we didn't know better. Until now, we know what's going on. But back then, we kind of didn't really understand. And we also only thought it was just me. A lot of times you think it's just you. You don't think he's doing the same thing to others.
Hold on one second. Thank you, Desiree. Seashell, thank you. Thank you so much. And also, let's give a shout-outs to Pink Blot. Let's give a shout-out to Seashell. Let's give a shout-out to Duke. Let's give a shout-out to Seashell for the beautiful coral you threw in the chat. Listen, y'all. Let's go ahead, TikTok. Can we go ahead and knock out this goal, this live goal at the top? Let's go ahead and knock that out real quick. Can we do that?
How long you going? Shout out to Pink Blood. Thank you very much, Pink Blood. We appreciate it.
I can't even sing the fucking song right. It just all right, yo. Desiree, thank you. Pink Blot, thank you.
Gina.
Thank you so much. All right, y'all, let's get 7 more in there. All right.
Woo, Letty. Yes. Oh, Lord. Desiree, thank you. I appreciate it. Those jets are the bomb.
Boy, let me tell you something. She went in that gift gallery and just snatched them damn jets. Letty, thank you so much for lighting up the gift gallery. I really appreciate that, man. Letty be on her damn thing.
Yay.
Desiree said, done them 10 sour hearts with the wink eye. All right.
Thank you, Desiree.
Tanya said,
Thank you,
GB.
darkness. Thank you, beautiful.
She said, GB just special. I appreciate that.
Hey,
Well,
Letty.
what? Letty is in the gift gallery,
You
y'all.
know Letty ain't no joke.
She in the gift gallery. Boy, Letty is in the freaking.
Thank you, Candy.
God damn, Letty. God damn. You mean I had to sing like that for you to. God damn it. Shit. I'll sing all damn day. Letty,
That is awesome.
I'll sing straight to you. All right? Y'all, look. YouTube, fucking Rumble, all of y'all, Facebook. Look at this. She threw 5,000 coins for the flying jets. And then she went into that gift gallery. Yeah, I'm snitching. We telling everybody. Because darkness through.
One more hand hearts, guy.
Darkness through. Damn. Hold on one second.
Candy.
Hold on one second. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Nope. Darkness through 5
Thank you,
of
Letty.
the hand
Boom.
hearts. 500 coins right there. And then you had
Thank you,
Letty
Queen.
go back into the gift gallery and threw out 15 y'all look at this. All right, I'm snitching on how much y'all spending. Y'all see
Live
that?
gold, Matt.
Boy, god damn it. Boy, I'm singing for now on. All right, done. There's nothing you can do to stop me. Summer, how you
Lord.
doing? Well, we got
Thank you,
Dunn.
Queen Mama.
We got Dunn. We got Summer. Summer, how you doing? Gave you that fucking introduction. Don't say shit to me.
What happened?
Listen, I just look at your phone. Mute your mic.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Hey.
Hey, doing well. Thank you.
That's good.
I feel like that.
Why you doing that?
I feel like that my ass. I feel like that my ass sitting on a stool right now. All right, with a bunch of pictures in the background. Dr. Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson, Rosa Parks,
Don't.
Harriet
Okay.
Tubman,
Summer, did you have a question?
all in black and white behind me. All right.
Did you have a question for the panel, Summer?
we got his name that's working at this. Who's working the bar? We got Thermal.
Okay,
That's
you know
asking
what?
you want to drink next.
Summer,
all right.
you can unmute if you need to, honey, and ask your question.
Go ahead, Summer. How you doing?
I'm fine. So I'm new to this platform. What was y'all talking about?
The hell?
Oh.
Why you walk off? That's a legit question. I just want to know.
Every time I turn, it's one person that comes up here on this request to bring their ass in the damn box. Don't know what the fuck is going on. We sit here having a whole goddamn conversation about underage kids being human trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein. She decided to bring her jazzy ass up here to say, hey, GV, what the fuck is your ass talking about? I don't know shit. Hey, enlighten my black ass. Why you come up here? I just don't get it. Every time, it never fails. So basically we're just covering this story.
I don't have any. I don't have no questions. It's okay. I have no questions.
No problem. Just hang out and you're gonna see exactly what's
Okay.
going on.
Thank you. All right.
I love you, Winter. Thank you so much for being here, Winter.
All right, Fall.
All right.
Candy, that was number one, and I wasn't going to say a word because sometimes it's merited.
All right, y'all. Let's get back to business here. Okay.
Did he or anyone else in his orbit ever try to use you to recruit other women, like actively, outside of just being around your friends and happen to be in the same room, but like actively like bring women to him?
Good question.
Well, there were actual recruiters that worked for him, and there were women in the office who were the ones who called the girls. I think the younger girls were just bringing their friends or people that they knew, because they would say, "Oh, you got into NYU. Who helped you? So and so helped me. Oh wow, you got an art studio. Who helped you? Oh, he helped me." So people wanted to meet him. That's a very confusing part about Epstein, but that's kind of how he operated. Was the friends brought other friends. He would call me up and say, "Oh, bring some friends. I'm having a party," and then I would show up with like.
Don, you want to? Because if I'm gonna get this platform, I'm gonna get it banned.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're going to take a deep breath. All right. Let her go ahead and do this. Let her do it. I mean, at the end of the day, people are paying very close attention. So, I mean, Letty! Thank you again, Letty. That is awesome. Thank you very much. And it also helps to lighten the mood. But yeah, GV, with everything in you, don't do it, because at the end of the day, it's kind of super clear with this one. It's kind of just obvious. She didn't put this together too well. I think she wasn't prepared for the what if questions. She was prepared for just certain ones. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you, Don, for keeping that level. Again, y'all, listen to people. They snitch on themselves. Oh, so now it makes sense why her ass was at that fucking at their courthouse. Well, where the fuck she was at? It sounds like, again, I could be wrong. It sounds like that she was there to try to clear her name. Hey, I didn't know what was going on. I was being, he sexually abused me. But it's the way she alleged that the way it happened that didn't add up.
It's also her actions afterwards. I don't care what nobody says. In a situation like that, you don't quietly go back to no room and sit there and stare at the ceiling. You are scared. You are mortified. You do want to get out of there, and you are very, very loud about it. No.
This woman was she was a recruiter. I didn't say it. She said it. Kim, thank you so much for the big asses on the screen. Thank you so much for showing everybody your ass. You 3 of them. What Letty do? Letty went in there.
Works.
I see that.
Mm-hmm.
Letty, where you work at? I want to work with you. Letty.
Somebody said that's not her friend. If she took him back, she knows what happened to her. But then she took friends back, so she wasn't a good friend.
Come on, Don. Come on, Don. Come on, Don. Once this, I'm glad it's a woman up here. Wait a minute.
Yeah, but then when she got off, she still wasn't loud. When she got off the island, she still wasn't loud.
Thank you.
She wasn't loud until now, so I'm not buying that one either.
After he's dead.
Yeah, he's long gone. So
Kim lit up the big asses in the gift gallery. Y'all listen to this. Letty lit up the fireworks. Letty lit up the under control. Letty lit up the flying jets. Shell Bell lit up the hand hearts. Letty lit up the galaxy. Letty lit up Leon the kitten. Miss Life Changer lit up the hearts. Nicole lit up the meteor shower. Ruby Ann lit up the well diving. Miss Life Changer lit up the donuts. She also lit up the hat and mustache. And Mercury lit up the roses. We only got, this is what, Tuesday? What, today's Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Hey.
Cake maker just lit up the money guns. She just, God damn it. The only thing we got left is the DJ glasses. And the gift gallery will be completed. On a Tuesday.
Round of
Tuesday,
applause.
Tuesday, Miss Norbit. Tuesday. That is crazy work. That is crazy. Hot Pink said, but I'm screaming at the top of my lungs to the cops soon as I land. I got that's facts. What woman? Hell, she could have called the cops out there. That's part of the United States.
Yeah.
So, it's like even though there was an island, they would have sent the U.S. Coast Guards over there. Somebody would have came. But
And she's just now deciding she was a victim. She took several friends, made several trips, recruited, but now she's a victim. That's all. I don't know. Hey.
So now she's a recruiter. Oh my God, let's go.
Lady said, I got you.
Oh, these the DJ glasses. Oh, Letty. Like why my eyes look like that? Look like I'm high as hell. Letty. God damn it, Letty. Letty is sitting on top with 13,000 diamonds. Cake Maker at 1,500, Nicole at 1,000, Seashell at 700, and Queen at 675. Gina sitting at 655, and B Genie is sitting at 263. My goodness, God damn it, Letty. God damn it, Letty. Letty always come through. Show the gift gallery is completed.
Congratulations.
I want to give honor to God, who's the head of my life, to the pastor, the deacons, the missionary, the first lady. Let's continue. I'm going to give y'all more shout outs near the end.
That were models and go to his house and we'd all walk into this room and there was like all these old men. And
Hold on.
this is
Whoa,
not really a party
whoa.
about Epstein, but that's kind of how he operated, was the friends brought other friends. He would call me up and say, oh, bring some friends, I'm having a party. And then I would show up with like 6 girlfriends that were models and go to his house and we'd all walk into this room and there was like all these old men. And like, okay, this is not really a party. We were just think, okay, this is weird.
Were you nervous to take any of your friends to any of those parties, or did you like kind of like disassociate at that time?
Well, that's probably what I did. I did a lot of disassociating back then, but I didn't see like my friends, being brought into a room or had anything done to them at those parties. So I didn't really think anything of it. And then I was also a model where the owners of agencies were also taking you to parties.
Question. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to do this question. If this man took advantage of you and your friend, you left there the next morning, went back to your normal life. He called you up and said, hey, come on back. Bring some friends with you. You bring female friends back to the island, back to his house.
Multiple times. I would bring. Not I brought. She did this multiple times.
Victim?
This sounds like more of a resume that she's giving. She started off by telling us all the different places that she's traveled to, all the different modeling agencies that she's been in, the different things that she's done in her career. It sounds like she wants to create some buzz around her and her business and what she does, because all she keeps talking about is I model. She's very beautiful. Very well spoken, well traveled, all the things. But this story is very, very suspect.
Just telling on herself. You said she could have brought undercovers. She said she's a podcaster. Oh, we definitely going to find her stuff.
Parties and charity events, and there were always these young girls and older men. So it was something I just thought was maybe normal back then.
Yeah.
That was a common thing you saw.
Yeah. I mean, even today, to some degree, you could still see younger women, older men. So I can understand that.
Not in the U.S., baby. Do it happens? Yes. But freely, not in the U.S. Other countries, yes, it's normal to find a 40-year-old man with a 10, 11-year-old girl. Here in the West, All right, they got a place for you. All right, they got a label for you.
Someone said no one in the files wants to be out like this on you.
You see, it's on YouTube. Where you see that? Where you see that comment?
Sorry about that.
No, you okay? Was it on TikTok or YouTube?
That was on YouTube.
Okay, that was dangerous that she said that. She said that. That was dangerous. You say no one in them files want to keep being reminded publicly that they have been in them. But again, she said, Don, listen to this, sweetheart. She said, by her living, listen to this, Don, by her living in the States, okay, she's saying that she witnessed, she saw underage kids, girls, with these older men, and she just thought this was normal. Y'all let this sit in, okay? We know that's against the law here in the United States. She said she thought it was normal. Well, GV, she did say she traveled to other countries. She was living in the United States. Don't you not finna sit here and play crazy to me, okay? You can fool a female, but you ain't fooling no man or these women over here. You thought that was normal for older men to have underage white girls running around half naked. Okay, let's see what else she have to say.
For sure. So at the time you were reeled back in, right?
She wasn't
real.
No.
You said you feel as though it's because you saw
No. Interviewer, no, ma'am. Listen. You a great interviewer. I love the questions you're asking. You doing awesome. She wasn't real. I know you're using her words. She wasn't real. That was voluntarily. She volunteered that shit.
People on the island. Can you talk a little bit more about that? Who you saw or what you saw? What was that specifically?
Well, remember I told you when I was sitting at dinner that I had told him, so I have a very interesting childhood. You know, I had spent a lot of time in Europe and, you know, I was very cultured.
Yep.
And, you know, someone of his sophistication like that.
Yeah.
Actually, his partner, Ghislaine, was from Oxford. So when I said that, the person that was on the island that day was from England, and he was a prince. So I guess that was a little showboating to be like, oh, you want to meet a prince? And so when I met him, it was very brief, but I also didn't think much of it because I'm more American, even though I lived in Europe, and we don't really care about the prince in the States. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a big deal to me. But after I had went back home, my girlfriend at the time, who had a relationship with him that was very different from mine, had also been abused by the same person that I saw there. And so when you see these kinds of things, you have to stay silent about them, and you can't be off frolicking around talking to people, so they keep you kind of close. So I didn't really understand why I wasn't really able to break away so much or kind of say no to him without even getting upset. I understand it now.
Yeah.
I didn't understand then.
I know, and I don't know if you can say this, but I know Prince Andrew has been attached to Jeffrey. Was that the prince you saw, or can you not confirm that?
Well, yeah, it was. I mean, I've already said it. I've already.
Okay.
He was the reason why I spoke out originally. Was because Virginia spoke out in 2019. She was making allegations about him, and Jeffrey had died. So I felt safe enough to be like, well, she's telling the truth. So I need to start speaking up. I naively was thinking, you know, that I wanted to support Virginia and the other girls. I wasn't quite ready yet to speak about my story. That kind of took a couple years to get there.
I'm about to throw this fucking mic.
Try not to throw it.
You heard that? You heard that though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen to this. She said the other young lady came out and, mentioned the prince's name. And a few years later, she said, hey, I'm going to speak out after Jeffrey is no longer here. And you mentioning the same name. Listen, SAS, you said give you a mic to throw to. I am so glad y'all are here to just hear things out. Y'all remove y'all emotions from this. You can hear clearly. Again, I'm not saying that she's lying. Was she there? Possible. Was she there as a victim? That's the question. Is she truly a victim?
All right. So, when people hear the word trafficking, there's a very specific thought for a lot of people that comes to mind. You know, the more stereotypical movie type girls trapped in a house or cage with the macho man outside and being sold. Like that's what's like for a lot of people. That's what comes to mind. But you've talked about how in your experience it included, flying you to different places to meet, whether it's a major director or something of the sort. So can you talk a little bit about how that is trafficking? It's not the traditional way of how people understand what trafficking to be, but can you speak a little bit about why that is trafficking?
Yes. Trafficking, when it comes to Epstein, in my opinion, is why he had this ring. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that back then. I'm only starting to understand it now as I was deposed for cases and I was telling my story because I had to tell it. It's not because I wanted to tell it.
Right.
I never sought to be this person outing anybody or speaking out about my story. It's very difficult, as you can see still. It's very difficult for me to talk about for a number of reasons. But the trafficking thing is a hard thing it's a hard thing to understand. I'll try to explain it the way that I have seen it or that I've been told how it happened to me and other girls that were involved in this web.
So obviously at the time you didn't even understand yourself that was trafficking.
Well, I wasn't thinking I was trafficked,
Yeah,
not at all.
right.
I was thinking,
I'm getting an
here I
opportunity.
am. I go to NYU, I'm taking acting classes, I'm with a top modeling agency and a top acting agency. If
There we
someone
go.
says, hey, I have an audition for you that you're right for, you'd be like, yes. Wouldn't you go? If it's a big director that you know who it is, nobody would say no. So when he would say to me, I know so-and-so in Los Angeles who's, shooting this big film, they're in pre-production, they're casting, and you're the right type, I would say, okay, I want to go. And so I would fly to Los Angeles, I would do a casting, I would do an audition and fly home. And I would think that, you would think that that was just a normal thing because many people in the business did that. And I didn't find out until 20 years later that other girls always started speaking out. They were sent to the same person. It wasn't necessarily for me, let's say, because I was a model and actress. Let's say someone's interested in, you're an artist, and you're a painter. So this is a high profile person who could help you. He would introduce that person to him. And later on, you're called a couple days later to go meet with them. And so that person's excited that this person wants to go meet with them. They go to meet with them, and then there's an assault or something that happens. Or they're, you're not aware that you're supposed to go and meet somebody for a particular reason, but the men are aware that you're being sent.
Okay, enough of this shit. All right? Yeah, we definitely going to do a part 2 to this. because now I gotta flip the topic.
Okay, GP, can I just give a shout out to Letty?
Yes.
Letty came in out of nowhere and just hooked me up.
Let me see.
Letty, I love you. Thank you so much.
God
I
damn
got
it,
teddy
Letty.
bears and roses.
God damn it, Letty. I'm looking at it right
That's
here.
so sweet. That
God,
is so sweet. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
boy, God damn it, Letty. It's just like Letty. It's like 1 week you will see her. Well, it did like 2 weeks will go by and she just come back and be like, boom, y'all, I'm back. Like, damn. Like
That's awesome.
who was that yesterday? Who was that yesterday that was pulling that was the top gifter on yesterday. If you go back to the if y'all go back and watch the replays, I have in the middle of the screen on YouTube and Rumble and X, in the middle of the screen you will see the top 5 gifters. Letty, you gonna see I got it like this so that shit could be there permanently. So 3 months from now, when y'all look at these videos, you be like, damn, I gave 80,000 fucking coins in one fucking live. That's why my lights off. Gave all my shit to Great Vibes. Now your husband,
See,
lurking in on the accounts. Also, this the motherfucker, huh? Taking all our damn money.
you not in people's pockets?
Okay. Just the husband going
Stop.
off and shit. Talking
Say
about
thank you. That's it.
so you the one that's been, you the one that's making my wife smile, huh? Well, hell, she the one that's on here. So
That's true, Dollar in a Dream.
Thank you, lady. She said, no way, I have my own account, plural. Damn, that's
Thank you, Letty. You are really appreciated, honey.
Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. Wait. That's plural. I don't care what nobody say. More than one. All right.
Go, Letty.
Shout out to Letty. Listen, y'all. Dollar in a Dream say I'm so over all of them. If you got any questions right now, come up. I need to hear from y'all. We're gonna do a part 2 to this because she just opened up a whole can. All right. So now we're not talking to a victim. We're talking to an alleged recruiter here. Recruiter here. I can't even say the shit right. What the hell you laughing at? What you laugh? I'm trying to get it out.
Well, I'm old. I got to have a good laugh every now and then. Look, I'm 57. And the whole government has been lying since I was born. It don't matter who they are. It's went from president to president to president. And if everybody don't believe that, go back. So who we gonna believe? And they've played us against each other. I'm over it. My husband served 27 years in the military. We served our country. My son served the country. My father was in Vietnam War. What in the blankety blank? I'm not going to do that on your live. We've been serving these people.
Yeah.
We've been serving these people.
Yeah.
I'm over it, man.
Yeah. Don't foul. If y'all ever looked at them files, man, god damn.
It's disgusting.
It's very disgusting.
And then we're supposed to keep paying taxes and work and whatever they say do. Okay, go ahead.
I seen
Hold
a video.
on. Wait, hold on, sweetheart. Boy, today has been very, peculiar. So, it just it's a lot. We got people. God damn it, done. Why you? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Dollar.
You had a snack. I just don't know. People don't realize how much is really coming out of these files, and the ones that are saying, "Oh, this one's not guilty," that one's, man. if they have money, they guilty. And I don't care what industry, and if it's the government, if it's music industry, if it's Hollywood. Come on now, let's come together. Pay attention. I'm an old girl. I'm old.
So how long you been watching today?
Do what? I'm sorry.
How long have you been watching this live today?
I just got into your live.
Damn. Have you seen this
But
interview before?
No, sir.
Damn.
But I've been watching a lot of different lives.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to pay attention to a lot of different people.
Mm-hmm.
And, I've come across a few people. I'm like, I can't go along with you. Now, and don't get me wrong, I've come a lot of good people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so you have to think I'm Gen X.
Right.
I was raised by I raised my kids old school. You finna get your ass whooped. You don't do right. But that my kids played outside. There was no tablets. There was no cell phones. They played outside. I live on 15 acres. They played outside. Okay, we was raised old school at my house, and I was raised old school. I'm from Alabama, but I also was raised in West Virginia. And get this. This is a kicker. At 17, I moved to New York in 1987. I lived an hour from New York City. That weirdo was an hour from me. And I remember those model agencies. I remember when you had to go to the hotel.
So with this young lady right here, she claims that she's a victim. All right, she alleged she's a victim.
This lady in the middle.
The lady in the middle, yes.
Okay.
So just listening to her, right now we're 30 minutes into this interview, and this interview is like an hour and 10 minutes. Just listening to, I guess her experiences on this guy's island. It's just a lot of things that's not adding up. All right, I told everybody to remove your emotions from it and just listen to her, and a lot of stuff ain't adding up. So the question is, like, was she really a victim, or was she helping? Was she helping bringing girls to the island? Was she a recruiter?
She was admitting that she was bringing people to the island.
Yeah,
so
she did.
When y'all said throw down that mic, give me that damn cord. She'd end up just like Epstein if she was in my vicinity.
Well, somebody said, where did I live? I lived in upstate New York. That's where I lived. That's where I lived.
If you don't get out the comments and get back to this conversation, Dollar and a Dream, Miss Alabama on 35.6 acres. That's a lot of land.
Well, but it's good to have a little land. But now about this girl, I'm gonna have to go watch about this girl right here.
Yeah, go back and watch the replay, cause we gotta do a part 2 to this. So
Okay.
go on my YouTube channel, same name at the top, and watch the
Yes, sir.
replay. And
I will.
Again, when you watch it, just whatever you see, all right, drop it in the comments. And that's going to help push my video out. But we definitely going to do a part 2 to this.
And I'll push you out too. I'll share the live for you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. And I hope you have a wonderful night.
You too. Thank you so much, Dollar in the Dream. Thank you.
You know where that comes from, don't you, Dollar in the Dream?
Yeah. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. That's straight from the Gen X era.
What's it come from though? Dollar in the Dream.
That came from a movie.
That come from the lottery.
Oh, the lottery?
The lottery. Every Wednesday we play the lottery in New York, a dollar in a dream.
But y'all got, where y'all get it from?
I got it in New York when I lived in New York. A dollar in a dream.
Where them New Yorkers got it from?
They got it from the lottery. That's what they used to say. Play your dollar, a dollar in a dream.
We ain't got no damn lottery. Like so I stay in Idaho. We don't have no lottery up here.
We don't have one in Alabama either. We got Mama Ivy. But I still got it.
We got bingo.
We got bingo too, but we still got a dollar in a dream, baby. We can go across the state line. Hey, you have a good night, and I'm gonna push you live, okay?
All right, thank you, Dollar. Thank you so much.
Bye, sweetheart.
All right, go ahead, Dar.
I was watching TikTok the other day, and I came across a video of a gentleman, and he was talking about that he just watched the Skippy video. Did you hear anything about the Skippy video?
Mm-mm.
Well, he was saying it's tied to this Epstein stuff and all those Hollywood freaks eating the babies and stuff.
Mm.
So I think you need to probably check that video out.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for that suggestion. What did you get off this video? What did you get from this young lady so far?
What everything that she said to me, she should be that Ghislaine Maxwell's twin, because she's doing the same thing that Ghislaine did to me.
Okay.
I mean, bringing her friends. I mean, what kind of friend is she if she's gonna do that to friends? You know,
If she alleged that Jeffrey did something to her, again, why would she bring her friends back to the island? I mean, over to the island.
correct. I mean, if you know what's going to happen to them, why would you even think about bringing the people that you know to him too? I mean, that's beyond my imagination. I would never, ever, I mean, ever want anything to happen to my friends.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, SAS. I'm definitely going to check it out. Thank you for putting that in the comments. All right. Well, listen, Dar, I really appreciate that. Again, this is why I tell people use critical thinking. All right. So thank you so much
Yes,
for
sir.
your for.
I appreciate your lives. I
Mhm.
get on when I can and I catch you when I can, and it's always interesting.
Y'all, it is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dar. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're a great guy.
All right, you too. You're a great woman. Thank you. I'm finna say you too, like you're a great guy. What the hell? No, nah, that's how you know you answering too quick. Let's see. We'll take one more. Let's see. Let's get Tutu up here. Tutu, how you doing? Tell me what you got from this young lady so far.
I don't think she's wanting everyone to know she's a model.
Oh, okay. Like what Dunn was saying, that she's throwing her resume out there.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, man. I about did it too. Dawn was right. That's exactly right. I just wanted to tell you guys, I don't know if you know about House Inhabit on Instagram. She has studied Ghislaine Maxwell, went to the Ghislaine Maxwell trial, and on her IG page, she's got multiple stories about all of this. She has interviewed for over a year the cellmate of Jeff, and she claims that all these people are not victims, that they were willing participants.
And we're talking about the people that's over the age of 18, right?
The people that were standing behind Marjorie Taylor Greene and Thomas Massey,
Yeah.
right? Those people. I sent you an email with a picture of, I believe it's this lady that is speaking. They were standing outside, I think, on the mall at Washington and held a conference about the victims. So I know that it's MGT and Representative Thomas Massey that are championing these victims.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that
You're
information.
welcome. You're welcome.
Y'all, we got a long way to go. Thank you. Thank you, Tutu. Man, y'all are amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Don, is there anything you'd like to say this last time?
Not at all. Drop a 10 in the chat if you enjoyed today's show.
Thank you, Don. Thank you. Thank you. And again, thank you for moderating the chat. Also on YouTube, thank you so much for all the moderators. Again, y'all listen here. It's, the fact that y'all were able to remove your emotions. Because if I would have just played this video and just let this woman speak, trust me, it would have been people saying, well, bless her. God bless her poor soul. But y'all using that third eye. right? Y'all using that conscious. y'all women are using y'all intuition. Say, wait a minute, something is off. Something ain't sounding right. That's all I ask y'all to do. And the same thing with the men, right? Because we want to use logic here. We're going to say, well, hold on, that doesn't add up. Wait, but did she say, no, okay, wait a minute, hold on, right? So, yeah, your discernment. Thank you, Teresa. So, again, I just thank y'all for even coming. Letty is sitting on top with 12,898 points, diamonds. Cake Maker is sitting at number 2. Nicole sitting at number 3. Seashell sitting at number 4. Queen sitting at number 5. And then we have Gina, B. Jeannie, Duke, Don, Tutu, Slick, A Sound Mind, Melissa, SAS, Kentech, Margaret, Pearl, Dinah, Jess, Samantha, Yaya, Queen. Queen T, thank you for the information you emailed me. Ty, Crystal, Queena, Angela, Chillin, Shakira, Jackie, Mona, Pam, Tan, Christy, Dar, Red Angel, Party 41, Jen, Teresa, IMT, Gabriella, Jamie, Julia, No Name, Spiritually, Angelique, Shelly, and everybody else, Carrie, Queen, Garden, Laddie, Ruby Ann, yeah, Ruby Ann is back. Ruby Ann and everybody else, man, I really appreciate you all. Y'all have been amazing. Again, everybody on YouTube, thank y'all so much for being here. It's 6:20. Y'all just cut your notifications on, okay? Let me get with my children real quick, and by the time y'all got to realize, like, throughout the week, I got to make sure my kids are in the bed. And if they are in the bed early enough, we'll come back for part 2, okay? So just make sure you turn your notification on TikTok. If you don't do it there, if you follow me on YouTube, turn the notification on. If you follow me on X, turn your notification on. If you follow me on Facebook, turn your notification on. If you on Rumble, turn your notification on. One of those platforms is going to alert your ass that I'm live, all right? So TikTok, if you see the follow button at the top of your screen, click that follow button. YouTube, if you got that subscribe button, please subscribe to the channel and everywhere else. And again, y'all have a great evening. Make sure you eat for me and everybody else. And I just want to thank everyone, man, everyone for being here, man, for showing out on the live. And, man, y'all got your boy feeling good on this evening. So, again, I love y'all. Y'all take care, and I will see y'all surely, all right? This your boy, Great Vibes on 10 for the win.
Yeah, Great Vibes on 10 for the win. We coming in strong with the check going wild. Big laughs, big thoughts, that's the style. Heavy talk, but the heart stay light. Great vibes here to make you laugh all night. Put it up to 10. Let the vibe begin. Hit that like my friend for the win. Drop that 10, let the love roll in. It's Great Vibes on 10 for the win. Hold it up to 10. Throw a 10 in the chat. Throw a 10. Like Great Vibes. Where the real ones at? Where the real ones at? Great Vibes on 10 for the win. Yeah. When the combo gets deep, we don't shy. Truth hits hard, but the love stays high. Got the check going up, time to begin. Great Vibes on 10 for the win. 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 Drop your 10. Drop your 10. Let's tune in. Like a share. Like a share. Check in. Check in. It's Great Vibes on 10 for the win.